the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
'97. You're like,
yeah. I mean, that's the sad thing is that can't wait for ball games next year in this weather. That'll be fine. Little baseball game. Go out to the field. I'm gonna need your guys' help today because not that we don't team up every day, but I'm hurting today. Not physically. I'm good. This is going to be a very difficult day for me, and I will tell you why. Discipline is not, shockingly, one of my strong suits when it comes to staying on a topic or not straying. And there are two things that, honestly, I could spend the entire show talking about. I literally could spend the entire show talking about two topics, and I can't talk about either one of them for various reasons. I can't. I just can't.
Well, I know one, but I'm curious about the other.
Well, there's a story in basketball I'd love to talk about because it's incredibly fascinating and involving Kyle Filipkowski.
Oh, okay.
Don't really want to go there for many, many, many reasons.
4 hours on that?
No, about maybe a half hour.
The other
on
one
that.
easy.
The other one, which happened last night,
yeah.
we could have a conversation there. And I'm worried because what I don't want to do, and let me just say this from the jump, because let me talk to the YouTube chat for a second. I love you guys, MC. I'm not trying to infringe on your rights here. I'm trying to prevent this from becoming an absolute S show in there all day long. Because we want this to be an inclusive, fun place where people can come in and chat about the show and sports and, cereal brackets and whatever stupid stuff we talk about.
This is to try to prevent it from becoming that?
What I'm saying is this. We're going to have a very short leash today. And I'm in it. I'm trying to appeal to everybody in there. I hear you. I would love nothing more to talk about it. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere it's just not going to end up well. So please, let's refrain from having anything political today in the YouTube chat. Let's make it a politics-free Friday, if you will, because it's just not, I shouldn't say we all know what went down last night, but I think we have an idea. I can promise you I'd have the same energy if it was flipped. That is the biggest annihilation I have ever seen in my life. And I would have the same energy if it was the other. Let's just leave it alone. No.
So here's going to be, so you want us to stop you as you start to go?
Yes, please.
Okay. So say you start to, let's just give it
I'll give you an example. Yeah. I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh God, I haven't seen an ass whooping like that since, Yes, hit me with the the Gracie spray gun.
No.
Bad. Check.
Want to see
Trade agency.
Yeah. Want to see my debate grades? Yeah. No, just and it's
Do you have to wait 5 years for grades on this?
no, I think let me see.
5 minutes.
I think you have to wait about 4.5 months.
Okay.
About 4 months we'll have our grades out on last night. And it sucks because it's something I shouldn't say enjoy watching, but I do. Look, I've watched politics my whole life. I've been I was just going to say a fan of the process, but it's like watching a constant car wreck, but it's something I'm interested in, like many people are. But you have there's just, as I have learned, and more often than not have gone in knowing it and still ran my mouth. You're just going to, we're in this country, we're split. Whether you want to say 50,
you can't
50,
resist.
55. I'm just saying, I'm really going to try today, because either way, about half the audience is going to be pissed.
Correct.
And the thing is that I'd like to think we live in a world. I know we don't. I'd like to think we live in a world where those who listen to me or follow me or whatever know they know where I stand on that whole this person versus that person. They know which one I shouldn't say which one I really don't like. And in this case, I got a lot of the people that are normally like, yeah, I agree with you, going, oh my God, I hate you, because I'm trying to call it like I see it. And if I'm calling it like I see it and I'm being honest, it's like, oh God. But then you're going to piss off the other side, and then everyone's pissed and it just doesn't go anywhere. And it sucks that we can't just have a conversation about something that may or may not affect us. Oh, I'm getting close. You got your hand? Yeah. Okay. So I saw Chris held up. See, that's what my dog does. Chris held up the spray gun, and I kind of flinched right there, and I went, and I corrected myself. So anyways, let's do what we can to just, and I'm speaking to me here. Let's do what we can to keep it clean. And not do all that crap. Good morning. How are you, Jason? Help me. I guess somebody give me something. Just throw anything out there, any topic, anything you on your mind, something that happened to you, something you ate, something.
When you do it that way, it's like, wait, what can I say?
You sons of guns.
How about this?
Okay.
What do you got going on this weekend?
Hey, and what Jason did right there was incredibly brilliant for a couple of reasons. Number one, he got me back off the topic. Number two, he knew that really the easiest way to get me on a separate topic is to make that topic about me. And then, of course, I'm going to glide over there and talk about myself. So thank you for that. Going to the cabin. Going to the cabin with the family. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
I'll tell you off in there.
Tell me off the air? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, heading up a bunch of us for what I think might be, unless I do a few shows up there later this summer, which I might. This actually might be the last chance to go up there until sometime in late August.
Oh, as a group. Okay, is this a weather escape, or just? I mean, is it gonna be that much different there?
Well, let's see.
A few degrees.
Yeah, a few degrees.
It's not like Tahoe.
No.
It's probably 15 to 10 to 15.
It'll be 97 here today, and it'll be 84 there today.
Oh no, that's a big difference.
Yeah, 84, 83, 84 this weekend.
Any run at pizza making?
Nope.
That's done.
Nope. Pizza making up there is done. I'll make the pizzas down here because I got the one I got from Amy Ace Hardware. Bing. That one I enjoy. This no, because that one no. I mean it's broken.
Yeah, just your family or the extended?
Both families. Okay. Well,
kind of.
Avery left yesterday for somewhere near Vallejo. It's some camp that she went to last year.
Band camp?
Nope.
No. Could have been.
Don't say it. Thank you.
STEM camp?
It's some sort of leadership camp that she went to last year. You go you have to apply. She went as a junior, going into her junior year, and now her senior year, you can come back you can apply to come back, and she's one of the student counselors there.
Okay.
So last year,
she's a two-time camper, but now
two-time camper, right?
She's big person on campus.
There you go. Last year we had to pay for it. This year she gets
scholarship.
She gets
NIL deal.
Well, because she's working, exactly. It gets paid for, and then it's all about volunteer hours now.
Oh.
That's the whole thing with college, man. Like, she's got this tally of volunteer hours, which I guess is kind of cool. We all need more volunteer work, but now Mason's getting into it. Like, they have to have volunteer hours, and it's not like 10. Like, I think she's got something since she started, and you can't really start until going into your sophomore year. I think she has something like 500, 600 volunteer hours racked up. Mason's starting his now. He was volunteering at some fair the other day. That's a respectable job. Thank you. So she gets a pile of volunteer hours for this, and so she'll be back next week, and then she's gone for 2 weeks to a different camp, weirdly enough in the same part of the state. Different camp, which is band leaders, and that one's almost 2 weeks. I will not have my daughter for 4th of July.
Oh wow,
I will not. And boy, it's one of those things where
prepping you.
That's exactly right. And that's what here's the dynamic at my house. Melissa and Avery's got all this crap. Avery has all these wonderful things that she's doing because, God bless, I got a kid who's trying
Shame
to
on her for volunteering.
Well, right. And then I'm like the super selfish one because I'm the dad going, ugh, because I have got this clock ticking.
I pay my taxes.
I'm losing it. I'm losing her next year. And so this year, it's like, oh, this is the last 4th of July we're going to have before you're in college. Oh, this is the last. And I just want,
it's very special 4th of July.
Very special. And I want the family all together. I'm already beginning the process where they're just not going to ever call me and we're going to be at home eating tuna fish sandwiches, So I find out she's not going to be there. I've got them for the vacation next month. They can't go. They can't escape. That's why I'm taking them. They can't go anywhere. I got them for 2
That's
solid
a big
weeks.
vacation.
It's the longest vacation we've ever taken.
No, but I mean a big one as a family,
yes.
just because that's a good one. Everybody's together.
So she left yesterday. So it'll be myself and Mason and the other family. And then Melissa's a game time decision because she is, I don't know, am I allowed to say this? Oh, I think I can if I'm not specific, but she is taking I don't think full-time is the right word, but she is going to be a head basketball coach next year at a local school. She's taken last year was her first year, and she was basically like an assistant learning for the girls varsity, and she's been offered a coaching job. So my wife, the coach. It
was her or James Borrego.
Yeah, exactly. They got, originally it was going to be James Borrego, but then Sham started reporting that she was the one they were focused on. Yeah. And then she had her press conference and she said a bunch of F-bombs.
Yeah.
And, you know how that goes.
Yes.
She does a podcast with the best player on the team. So my wife, as the kids call her, Coach Mommy, is
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know. Is doing her thing where she's gonna do that, and she may have to do some sort of a coach thing this weekend. So it might just be me and Magoo rolling up with the other crew.
And it's all 4 of them.
That's all 4. Well, they never have a problem. It's always all 4 of them. They got 2 boys. One who's going to UC Santa Cruz next year. He just graduated. And then the other who's going to be a junior. And so they're never a problem. They're always up there. Me, I'm like, well, sometimes I have everyone.
How does Avery feel when that's the whole group? Because there's 3 boys and 1 girl, right?
It's always been great. But as things have gotten older, all the boys want to do is either watch movies or play video games. And she'll play, but she's better, like many times I'll find her out back, like drawing a tree. She's just not. So they still all, they've known each other since they were like 5. So it's basically like getting together with your cousins.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing that. But also my, speaking of cousins, my cousin Gabrielle is going up there for her birthday next week. And it's really like the first guests we've had there without us being there.
So you got to clean it up.
I got to clean it up. I got to make it all ready. I sent her like this book of an email on all this stuff that, here's how the coffee maker works. But I'm super nervous. It's my older growing up. She was 2 years older than me and kind of like my older sister, and so I want to make sure everything's set and good to go. And
What's this pizza oven doing out here?
You didn't write that in the email.
Can it work?
I probably should grab that pizza oven and throw it away. Now that I think about it, thank you. I should write that down. It's just kind of chilling in a yard. It's kind of trashy. There's some random pizza oven there. I figure like a deer or something would grab it.
Yeah.
Hey, pizza oven. Want to see my oven? We'll take a break when we come back. Thank you, guys. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. When we come, not so much you, Chris. Jason, thank
He has
you.
the score.
I want to see you burn.
Yeah, he 100% does. The Kings made it. Hey, by the way, where do you listen for your Kings news? Well, just another example. Who guaranteed a trade yesterday? Who guaranteed a trade on this very show yesterday? Boom. You're welcome. A franchise. Let's go. Franchise altering. So I'm in the clear now. Where's Dennis on the chat giving me credit since he was being such an ass yesterday? Give me my flowers, pal. We'll talk about that. Also, the one story I can talk about, we've heard this one before, I think, a while ago, but we have a little bit of breaking news this morning, and it is a little bit of a dicey situation. I don't mean to make light of it, but we have confirmation of an NBA player, I don't know how else to say this, sleeping with a teammate's mother. That has now been confirmed, and we'll let you know all about that in leading off next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
It's time for July 4th doorbusters at Lowe's. Now through July 1st, save $900 on a Lowe's exclusive Hisense French door refrigerator. Was $18.99, now just $9.99. And get 3 for $10 on 10-pound bags of Royal Oak charcoal for all your summer barbecues. Shop these deals before they're gone, because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 7/1. Appliance price includes all discounts while supplies last.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
With T-Mobile, you can save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, we'll pay off your locked AT&T phone up to $650, and you'll get a new 5G phone for free. Pay out via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Free phone up to $830 via 24 monthly bill credits with qualifying planning credit plus tax and $35 connection charge. Contact us before canceling to continue bill credits or they stop and required finance agreement balances due. See T-Mobile.com.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
And, before we play cut number 1, Jason,
yeah,
I forgot. I was so wrapped up in this story, I forgot to promote what's coming up on the show today.
Oh, that's true. We got a couple of guests today. Our guy, Zach Bayruti.
Yes.
Did something big happen? There was some sort of Malik Monk signing or something?
Yes. Yeah, I believe.
That was like a month ago.
Yeah. It does feel like, can you believe that show was just last Friday?
Was it last Friday?
The Malik Monk celebration?
That's
You were in Palm Springs.
I was in Palm Springs.
Yeah, you did the pool jump that got so heavily criticized.
Really just no place for that in today's world.
Right. And then also today, that'll be I think 7:30 with our River Cats report. Okay. And then the Kings you mentioned made a deal, but there's like what's left cap wise?
Right.
We need kind of
what is this?
A cap guru.
I haven't looked at the rundown yet. You know who's really good at that? Yeah. Chris, can you call him or send him an email? See if we can get what's his name? Bobby Marks.
I'll try.
Is actually really, really good at that.
He was in the front office before.
Yeah, he's been in the front office, big national expert.
Well, we got an opening. Let's see if he can fill it.
Okay, let's see if we can get Bobby Marks.
Pull it off.
In the meantime, here's your cut number 1.
Poked away there by the Thunder. They come back. They find Holmgren. Shovels a pass in the paint. Intended for Getty. Broken up by the Kings. Lead out pass to Monk. Touch pass to a trailing Davion. He stops. He pops for 3. He's got the triple. And Sacramento getting separation has a double-digit lead at 84-73.
I just want to say something real quick because, man, did you guys see last night those two? See, I'm testing you, by the way. He didn't have the spray gun out. I want to say this, and I want you to know it pains me. It really pains me. because he's really kind of an a-hole. Let's just be honest. And I don't like him. But I got to compliment Chris here. It's tough. Yesterday, remember, we had about 20 cuts.
Yeah.
From Monty McNair and Devin Carter. And not like it's not his job. It is, of course. But he had to go in and like grab the audio and cut every single piece of that up and have it ready. And the entire station benefited out of that. And no one would ever know that publicly. And it just makes the show better. And then it's just the little things. Like, these are the things that actually tickle me. And I'm really not making eye contact with him. So this is about the trade yesterday, where that's the top story. And the highlight he found was Sasha Vezenkov and Davion Mitchell, the two guys traded. Now, I'm no expert on the Kings. I am an expert on the Kings. I got to think that might be literally the only highlight in existence that involves Sasha Vezenkov and Davion Mitchell.
So let me get this straight. You're giving Chris credit for there's highlights that are cut for 82 games.
82.
Roughly 10 to 20 per game. Maybe
Yes.
a little more sometimes, maybe a little less.
Yes.
So it took, he went through 82 games.
82 games.
10 to 20 highlights. You're giving credit to find the one?
Find the one. So if let's say it was 20.
That can't be that hard.
So he's going through 1,600 highlights. Wait.
Yeah?
Yeah. And found that.
Probably first look.
And totally probably not putting both last names in the search bar. He probably went into.
That would even work.
I don't think it would.
Anyway. I actually have a memory of each and every single play from the Kings.
You knew which game that was?
Oh, I remember that.
Well, he won't.
Right away, he was like,
OKC. In-season tourney.
In-season tourney.
I remember that.
November. Yeah.
Anyways, he's still not off the hook for the still off the hook for the sound clip, dude, in front of everybody. But hey, big trade yesterday.
Yes.
So I don't know if anybody else felt this way, and I asked this question in Threefer. So the way this came down, actually, I got a sniff of this. This was something I actually got a sniff of. I got a sniff of this, a sniff of the trade coming yesterday. So as it was, I knew that there was a trade between the teams, but I didn't know anyone that was involved.
Right.
And then Woj broke it. And I'm wondering if we talked to the same person, because it was the same thing for him. His tweet was, I think Sacramento is trading Davion Mitchell and Sasha Vezenkov to Toronto. And then he followed up with the rest of it. Did anybody else immediately go to Toronto's roster and try to guess who was coming back? Because that's what I did.
Yeah, I was a little late I didn't feel like I was that late, but I didn't see the first tweet. It was like, I think I saw either the second or enough people. It was only minutes old, but people already with the details, because then I think there was even a later add-on about the second round pick.
Yeah, that came. It was, because it was the players, the second round pick, and then the second rounder via Portland or whatever.
Oh,
Did you even catch that part? That was like way later.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, oh, this guy, what? Jalen McDaniels. Ooh, who's that? And I think I kept thinking Jaden McDaniels, which is, And then I go and I look at his numbers. And I'm like, what? Okay. By the way, did you see the video of him finding out he was traded?
Yeah, and there's two videos of that, right?
Yeah.
Or was like that? It was one a make good, or
I think
extended.
So.
It's like, okay.
And then I'm thinking, okay, so I don't know. Maybe maybe they saw something in him that okay. But I think what we'll get to is if they get any sort of anything out of this guy, it's house money, because that's not why they made the trade. They made the trade to come under the tax. They made the trade to free up a roster spot.
And I think they're closer to the full mid-level, correct?
Uh-huh. This very much seems like a trade. It's like last year. Why are we trading Rashawn Holmes in the pick for? What is that? Oh, this seems like a precursor to a different type of move.
Feels like it.
So,
hopefully.
Yeah. So again, much like we were talking yesterday about the draft. And, oh, by the way, there's Carter's minutes right there.
Yeah.
Davion, now there's a little bit more balance back there. We'll talk about Davion Mitchell's career with the Kings, of course, at some point. But this does seem like a precursor to something else. Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
With the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
And it turns out one of his teammates is sleeping with his mom. Scandal. Thought of that tease last night. That'd just be fun. He's playing with his dad.
I think it's really cool.
I think when you get past,
is he going to play with his dad? There's probably a lot more pressure to keep him around, or a two-way, or at some point it will likely happen.
At the worst.
Yeah.
And I'm counting down to when MC gets on to say something about LeBron. At worst, this is the Lakers' Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Mm-hmm.
That's who it's going to be.
Yeah.
If you're bringing LeBron back. Now, the funniest thing
is if he leaves.
That would be fantastic. I mean, for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he might leave, but if you don't think the Lakers, they hired his podcast buddy as coach. They drafted his son. If you don't think that that's a coincidence, or if you think it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear, Woj said something yesterday that got killed. I don't want to hear. I actually am with Woj. I don't want to hear about nepotism. Of course it's nepotism.
Right.
Of course Bronny's in the league, or at least with the Lakers. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. And
I think he'll have chances to prove himself. He might get more chances.
Sure.
A longer leash than if it was Bronny Wilson. But it's not. It's Bronny James, son of one of the greatest players of all time. And I don't know. What's interesting is I felt like there's, and I can't say I don't understand the backlash. I get the backlash. But I think we now have always romanticized like Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. That was so wonderful.
Why are we not doing the same? This is even crazy.
It's not going to last that long. It may not even. They may not even cross paths. There'll be a highlight at some point of a lob from one of them to the other. Right.
That's what I want to see. I want to see Bronny throwing or vice versa. One of them throw an alley-oop to the other. That'll just be look. Can we stop being so cynical? Maybe you don't have to like LeBron James. I don't want to get into all that. How cool would it be to see a dad throw an alley-oop to his kid?
I can tell you, if I was in that spot, I was good enough to be in the NBA, and my son was good enough to get. I think that would be about the greatest thing ever. Honestly, I always look at this from LeBron's side. I don't know on Bronny's side how cool it is, but I think it's cool for LeBron. You know what I mean? Like when
I do.
Like, oh, God,
that's actually his dad. I'm gonna play with my dad.
But as the dad, come here, son. Like that's. I think that's awesome.
Oh my God. Is Bronny going to be, again, I just want to have fun with this. So is Bronny going to be LeBron's rookie? Holy crap. I didn't even think about that stuff. Like having the Hello Kitty backpack, just hazed all. That's his dad.
Yeah.
Is he going to have a curfew? Is he going to room with his dad on the road? Well, they get their own rooms, but does he have a room next to his dad? What if Bronny wants to go to the club?
Bunk beds.
There's so much room for activities. We'll take a break. When we come back, an earth-shattering trade for the Sacramento Kings yesterday. Let's talk about what it means and what it doesn't mean. We'll get to that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, you want to make sure you're prepared for situations that sometimes come up that you're maybe not ready for, but if those things happen to you, you want to be prepared. You want to have good representation if, in fact, you need that. And the person I'm talking about is Jonathan Gonzalez from the law offices here right in town, SacLegalDefense.com. He's here. He's local. He's one of us. And what can he do to help you? Well, you don't know when you'll need that representation, but like I said, you want to be ready. You want to be prepared. So if you have a wrongful termination case, maybe something's still following you from your past that, you're young, you made a mistake, and it's just something that you would like cleared from your record. Of course he does expungements, auto accidents, whatever the case may be, he is here for you. You want someone that can represent you, someone that you can trust, someone that you can talk to, not just some big, massive chain law firm that has a figurehead on the television commercial. But when you call the company, you never get to that person. Here, you're going to get to Jonathan Gonzalez at the law offices of Gonzalez Law Offices. So here's what you do. You want to call them at 916-304-9187. Again, that's saclegaldefense.com at 916-304-9187.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Friday, expect a comfortable morning, thanks in part to that Delta breeze as we head through the afternoon. It'll be a little warmer today. Expect plenty of sunshine and light winds. Highs will peak in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Sheer insanity mixed with adrenaline and horsepower bring you the most exciting action-packed weekend during the NorCal Stampede. This is round one of the 2024 West Coast Ultra 4 USA Series. All day Saturday, June 29th at Prairie City. Come join us for some of the most extreme high-speed rock racing action with drivers tackling a course riddled with crazy jumps and punishing rock obstacles. This race will be the only West Coast qualifier for the King of the Hammers. Tickets are only $30 at the gate, and camping is also available. Prairie City SVRA in Rancho Cordova. Be there. Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown. 18 number ones. What was I thinking about? Countless ACM and CMA awards. Sold out world tours. And now Dierks Bentley is coming to Sacramento for Country in the Park 2. September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Parmalee, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Plus line dancing, food trucks, and more. Tickets available now at CITVFest.com.
Brought to you by Bonia Electrical Heating and Air and the U.S. Marines.
It's the Make This the Summer event, and it's going on now at Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hi, everyone. Leonard Harrington here, and I want to tell you how we make your buying experience at Lodi CDJR as easy as possible. You can come in for a visit, or you can do everything online at LodiCDJR.com. Just pick out the make and model you want and scroll through our large in-stock inventory. Next, schedule a test drive at the click of a button. If you want to finance your vehicle, you can start your paperwork online too, saving you plenty of time before you get here. And if you're looking to sell your vehicle or looking to buy, we'll give you an instant cash offer online too. At Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we make it easier than ever to put you into a new vehicle. It's what we do. Online at LodiCDJR.com or in person. We're right off 99 in Kettleman, where we're open till 9 every night and Sundays after church.
Prices are better at the Low Price Center. Lodi Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Visit us at LodiCDJR.com.
Yeah!
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Hey, look, there's Bobby Marks on 2 different channels.
I don't know if Chris is going to get him.
Chris is efforting. A lot of effort. Hey, before we get in the trade, I had a fun little, I even took a screenshot of this yesterday. Guys, Safer Routes coming up next, our mandated baseball segment, but I got kind of a baseball trivia question for you. And everybody feel free to play along in the chat. There are 7 ways. Did you see this?
I think I know this question, but go ahead.
7 ways to reach first base.
Yeah, I did see this.
Damn it.
I didn't see it, but I mean, that's been out there. Anyway, go ahead.
Can you name all 7? And this is about baseball, not dating.
I think I always forget one. So let's see.
Don't pay.
A hit.
That is correct. And we're not doing like double, triple home run. That's
right.
1.
So a base
a hit.
A walk.
That's 2.
A fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice. That's 3. That's one a lot of people forget.
Hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch is 4.
Strikeout. But still reach safely.
Drop strike 3.
Yeah.
That's 5.
An error.
That's 6.
Ooh.
And this one's the toughie.
Okay. I'm gonna miss this one. No. I've got this one. But actually, I wonder if there's 8 now. So let me ask: is catcher's interference?
That is correct.
Can't you get on now via pitch clock?
But that would be a walk.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yes
how it's ruled?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's what I wondered.
Yes and yes. No, you cannot get on first base via a balk. That was somebody in there. That was somebody. Someone asked. Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun.
I don't like balk. Do you say balk or balk?
I say balk, like a chicken. I think.
Yeah.
I think the
like
L is
walk.
silent. Yeah, walk.
Balk.
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 Have you guys ever had that thought before? By the way, like we all speak English, obviously our whole lives, but like I have no way of knowing this because I've only ever spoken English. I feel like English is insane to learn.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, because there's like, what was it? Tomb is T-O-M-B.
Yeah.
Comb, tomb. And then there's like, womb.
Bomb.
Or balm.
Yeah.
Like, you ever see the thing?
But O-M-B is
right, right.
Well, try to explain to someone that doesn't even maybe never even understood the language. There,
and there. Dude,
come on.
You ever see the TikTok thing where they put in like all the questions to translate into French, and then it ends up being like ton 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 ton. Like literally, that's what it does.
Cisco.
That's got to be what like for somebody learning English as a first language. There's like I give up, man. So hey, that's our way of saying to all of you who have learned English as a second language, God bless. And that's also why I never screw with anyone or make fun of anyone who like gets a little English wrong or has an English issue and it's not their first language, because I have a tough enough time with English.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of, like I love play-by-play people. I think they're superheroes. I kind of think multilingual people are too.
Yeah.
Like I would love to be that guy who's like, oh, Carmichael Dave actually speaks 5 languages. Yeah. Just be able to roll into like a Mexican restaurant and I know that they're bilingual and the waiter or waitress and just be like, Spanish, and people are like, what? Or French or Chinese or something.
Like when Kobe or Sabonis does it.
Yes. Yeah. Or when both of them, and it's funny you mentioned Kobe first. The clip of here's a clip out there of Kobe Bryant answering consecutive questions. There's like English, and then he like switches to Italian, and then he switches to Spanish. I think it was about Gasol, if I remember correctly. And I'm like, I'm in awe of that. Like, how cool is that, man? But no chance. I've tried. I took 3 years of Spanish. ¿A dónde vas, Tomás? ¿A clase? No, voy a la oficina. That's what I remember.
S-O-C-K-S.
S-O-C-K-S. Vamos a la playa. Okay. The Kings made a trade. As I have here in my notes, most importantly, I called it. That's really the headline.
Yeah.
A lot of people wondering what it means.
Yeah.
Listen, if this is just like if this trade doesn't lead to anything, then who cares? It's dumb. I mean, not dumb, but like whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't say who cares.
Not who cares, but like one of those.
Yeah.
But again, all signs are pointing to, you still have Levine, you still have Kuzma, you still have Brandon Ingram, you still have the player the Kings are going to end up getting that none of us have mentioned. You still have all those players out there.
Yeah, well, this time a day ago, not everybody, but you look at the chessboard and you go, all right, they're trying to acquire talent, but man, they got a lot of guards.
Right.
They cleaned up some of it, not all of it. Much like we would say on a draft, like, oh, if people love Devin Carter or hate Devin Carter, it's like, I think either way is totally unfair.
Right.
Because he hasn't played a second as a King. We have information on Davion Mitchell. We have information on Sasha Vezenkov. We have information on Jalen McDaniels. I think player for player, I don't think that wows very many people. It didn't wow me. I'm looking at that going, all right, and I'm not going to sit here and say I've seen every minute of Jalen McDaniels play in the NBA, but
right.
you said it earlier. You look at stats, you go, ugh, okay, like that doesn't jump out at you. The only thing I would say, as someone that generally looks at things in more of a positive way, I would hope if McDaniels is at any way, shape, or form a part of this team in some meaningful way, that one of my favorite things to say is when you make a trade, you hope you get the player that has their best years in Sacramento.
That's right.
So could that be the case? I guess, because I don't think he's had very good years in Toronto. But I don't even know if any of that's the factor here. It sure feels like, okay, I can see now with this move that this opens up potential for more. It's just we're not at the more yet.
We're not at the more.
That's where it feels a little weird because, Davion played a good amount. Sasha, not as much, but I kind of understand it, but it's incomplete.
I have a friend who knows things about the Raptors, and his comment on it was, there's talent there. Let's start there. But there were a few times where he couldn't remember plays or his responsibilities at the defensive end. He was never comfortable and on a super short leash. Also didn't have the best support system. He's set up for a great reclamation story, but most
I could
likely,
believe that now. Yeah. Again, will it materialize?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I'm choosing. This is how I'm going into this, and it's maybe it's part of its self-protection emotionally. I'm choosing to believe he may not even make the team. Like, I have absolutely zero expectations for Jalen McDaniels. None. Zero. None at all. That he may not even make the team and be here next year. That they may just straight cut him in a day I have no expectations whatsoever.
Yeah, to me, it could even be a little bit of a reminder. Not that we're going to do this like last year, not quite at this time, but a little bit later when Sasha was added. It was like we spent a lot of time talking about Sasha and what he could be, what he could mean, what he could turn into, and none of that materialized here.
None of it.
So I won't say maybe we did waste our time and energy, but it was also August probably, like, hey, we got something to talk about here with the Kings. I don't know that we're going to do that much of a dive into McDaniels because there hasn't been that kind of track record, but it could be one of those guys like, were we worried about the 12th guy, 14th guy, 9th? I don't know where he's going to fall in line.
Yeah, this one thing we do know, the one thing we can say about this trade was not about Jalen McDaniels.
Correct. I don't believe so. If it is,
I don't think so.
I don't think that would get rave reviews.
I think Jalen McDaniels was the guy whose salary fit, and he could have been a point guard, he could have been a power forward, he could have been a center. Doesn't matter. He could have been injured. I think they still make the trade, and it's not fun. But it's also something that could lead to something very fun that puts them in a better financial position now than they were before. We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, we got some all-star stuff coming in. We'll talk about that and a possible big injury in baseball as well. We'll get to that right after this.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
July 4th doorbusters are here at Lowe's, so don't miss your chance for big summer savings. Right now, save $30 on a Project Source 18-inch sink bathroom vanity. Was $129, now just $99. And save $10 on a Never Kink 50-foot hose. Was $29.98, now just $19.98. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows savings. Offers valid through 7/1. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning, still with the most variety of table games in the region. And as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Slash presents Serpent Festival, a celebration of the blues. Friday, July 12th at the venue at Thunder Valley, starring Slash, Warren Haynes Band, Samantha Fish, and Eric Gales. It's gonna be a steep climb. Don't miss an all-star night of blues, Friday, July 12th at the venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Serpent Festival.
This 4th of July, celebrate in style with Amy's Outdoor Living, your grilling headquarters. From burgers to brisket, Amy's Outdoor Living's got perfect grills for your Independence Day celebration. See the new Red Hot barbecue brands Napoleon and Rectech. Napoleon grills perfect gas and infrared grilling, and they're built to last. Rectech pellet grills built like a tank and offer the #1 rated grilling app. Free setup and delivery with Amy's for grills, $3.99 and up. Amy's also features Weber, Big Green Egg, and Traeger gas and pellet grills. And you got to see the one I got, the Gosney Professional Pizza Ovens. Oh, my goodness. Add some style to your backyard party with new furniture, and Amy's will pay the sales tax on all in-stock furniture and outdoor decor items. Visit their clearance center in the Sacramento store for scratch and dent savings. Amy's Outdoor Living, El Camino near Watt, and inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Town Center.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It is that time for safe or out. Maybe Dave is out. No, he'll be safe. Chris, what do you have for us as our first question in safe or out?
Gee, I wonder why you want to get into this so quickly.
I do.
Aaron Judge led all players in voting, and Bryce Harper led the NL for the All-Star game. Safe or out, the fans got it right so far.
You know what, Chris? I've always said I trust the fans. I love the fans. The fans are what make this great game. Of course they got it right. Seen the year these two guys are having? I mean, Dave's wearing his Aaron Judge jersey today.
Hey, you heard the owner call him out. Maybe next year we'll see Aaron Judge hitting home runs in Sacramento. Yeah, they got
Sacramento.
Yeah. They got it right.
Yeah.
On both ends. Although I will say, little surprised Bryce Harper beat Shohei Ohtani. Honestly, I really thought it would be Ohtani. He's having a great year. I'm not saying Bryce isn't deserving. I just figured between Ohtani being Ohtani, number one, who's a stud. Number two, he's playing for the Dodgers, second biggest market in the league. And number three, he comes from Japan, and you got the whole country voting for him over there. I really honestly thought Ohtani would.
Got to get him on a more popular team.
Oh, God, that just made that literally. I actually almost threw up because for a quick second, I had this thought of a Judge Ohtani 3-4 lineup. Good. Just shut down the whole stinking league. Number two, please.
Safer out. The MLB All-Star Game is now clearly the most entertaining of the big three All-Star matchups.
And safe, right? But it's
I think it has been.
It's like I agree. Well, no, for me, once upon a time, the most entertaining, not the best game. But there was a time where I actually enjoyed the NBA All-Star Game, whereas, oh my gosh, they're both playing. The NBA All-Star Game once upon a time was 3.5 quarters of insane alley-oops, awesome plays, super athletic, crazy stuff that maybe guys don't want to do during the year because if they miss, their coach is going to bench them. You know, you saw the athletes on display and how amazing they are. And then the final half of the fourth quarter was, okay, we're going to play some basketball here because we're competitive and we want to win. I was very entertained by that. And then you add in the slam dunk contest. But now the NBA All-Star Game has become almost needs to be canceled. Like, it almost is pointless. Like, even Adam Silver, the commissioner, is dragging his own All-Star Game. Like, yeah, this kind of sucks. But now this question is like, what is the least smelly turd in the punch bowl?
I always thought baseball, though, was the most authentic. They play.
100%.
It's not anybody. The only thing different about the All-Star Game is that they probably substitute players more than a regular baseball game. But you get the best players. And I don't think baseball, well, I guess it's a sport. You could try to manufacture highlights. But it's pitchers are trying to get hitters out. You get the best hitters, best pitchers. The home run derby is great. I think that's probably the one thing baseball has an advantage over the other sports. That's probably it right now.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not
enough. Yeah.
Number three, please.
Speaking of Bryce Harper, he walked off with an apparent hamstring injury. Safer out. If he misses a significant amount of time, Atlanta will chase him down in the NL East.
I think 8 games is too much. And I know there's a lot of season left. And of course they could chase them down.
Yeah.
Atlanta's that good.
But they also don't have their best player in Acuna.
That's 100% right. And Philly's got, look, they're not going to be as good without Bryce Harper, regardless, no matter how much time he misses. But I don't think they're going to be 8 games less over basically 50% of the season than Atlanta. And eventually he'll be back. So, I don't.
Yeah, I think this is out. I don't think they can catch him. I don't.
I want to also, for my dear friend, Justin, on the chat, because, and on Twitter, we didn't mention this.
Justin loves this.
This is his favorite thing. This is coming up next week. I just want to mention.
Isn't it Monday?
Yes, Justin and everybody else. Yes, Monday. We will be celebrating Bobby Bonilla Day. Yes, we will explain why we're celebrating Bobby Bonilla Day on July 1st, just in case, no pun intended there, just in case people don't understand why there's a Bobby Bonilla Day. And then as we did last year, and I think the year before, we will also be mentioning how there are other Bobby Bonillas now showing up.
Am I remembering this wrong? Isn't it? Is it 2025? It's up. It's getting close.
It is very close. I think you actually might be right. No, it's 2035.
35? Wow. Good for Bobby.
Bobby Bonilla. Oh, early celebrity birthdays, even though it's not his birthday, it's just a general. How old is Bobby Bonilla?
Bobby Bonilla
Yeah, Bobby Bonia, Jason. That's what I just said.
62.
59.
Huh?
59.
We have a correct answer. 59 years old, Christopher Laud. Well done. We'll take a break. When we come back, as we did yesterday, in case you missed it, we're putting it earlier in the show. Providence head coach Kim English will join us. You know what? Fryer.
Yes.
Fryer. He will join us. And I got to tell you, one of the great things I took out of yesterday was just when talking about Devin Carter, the positive energy he had really honestly pumped me up so much. Almost made me think he switched to electric full time with our good friends at American Energy to feed that positive energy. Hi, everybody. Carmichael Dave here. And, you know, speaking of Coach English, we relied on him for a second opinion yesterday when it came to Devin Carter. We'd heard others. This might have been the third, fourth, or fifth opinion we heard, but maybe the most important. When he said Tony Allen, Jrue Holiday, Derek White, I felt like I had saved a ton of money on a brand new HVAC system. That's how happy I was. Now, our friends at American Energy want to give you that same feeling by getting out to your home for free and offering you a full second opinion. Oh, hey, I'm working with this company right now. I'm going to make this giant purchase. Doesn't it make sense to get more than one bid? American Energy wants you to know they are your second opinion partners, and they will come out and they will give you that bid. And guess what? They're almost certainly going to beat it. I can't say I guarantee they're going to beat it because who knows, but I know they did that for my dad, and more on that next week. Not to mention they're local. Not to mention they're super good people. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. That's over 40 years. You got to be doing something right. And, A+ rating, Better Business Bureau. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy. Making the uncomfortable comfortable. When we get back, Coach Kim English right after this.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Friday, expect a comfortable morning, thanks in part to that Delta breeze as we head through the afternoon. It'll be a little warmer today. Expect plenty of sunshine and light winds. Highs will peak in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for special offers right now. I'm Coach Doug Christie urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and save big on your next new or certified pre-owned vehicle right now. Visit FolsomLakeKia.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
The first known hole-in-one in golf history happened in 1868, or was it 1869? A photo of the original scorecard from Scotland's Prestwood Golf Club shows that young Tom Morris made a 1 on the 8th hole during the Open Championship. On the original scorecard, however, 1869 was scratched out and 68 was written in its place. Confusion reigned in the 1930s when all the scorecards were collated with the 1869 date being changed to 1868. But vintage newspaper reports from the local press confirmed that 1869 was indeed the correct year. The station hole, a 166-yard par 3 on Pressbrook's original 12-hole layout, is where the ace was made. Young Tom Morris was 18 years old at the time and would go on to defeat the 13 other players in the field by 9 shots. He even beat his father, Old Tom Morris, by 23 shots. A year earlier, young Tom became the youngest champion in tournament history at 17, a record that stands today. He went on to win 4 Open Championships in a row. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on. Get in today for deals on the hottest lineup around. Don't miss a low lease on the fully redesigned 2024 Tacoma or low 1.99% APR on 2024 Tundra and Tundra Hybrid. Get your ride on with Toyota's 4th of July sales event today. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available to TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Excludes TRD Pro and Capstone. Offers end 7/1/24.
I'm Ken Korak with your Gwynn and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, it was quite a day on the last homestand when the A's honored their 1974 World Series championship team. And among those in attendance, second baseman Dick Green, who won the Babe Ruth Award as the best player in that year's postseason, despite going 0 for 13 at the plate in the World Series. That shows you what he meant to the ball club on the defensive side of things.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? Now through September 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new Stream Saver. That includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix for just $35 a month. Switch at Xfinity.com today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $54 a month. Actual speeds vary. Stream Saver requires Xfinity internet or TV and price subject to change.
Hey, Sacktown sports fans, get ready for an unforgettable summer with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar, packed with the hottest shows around. Starting at Thunder Valley Resort, don't miss the epic Slash and Serpent Tour on July 12th. Then on July 20th, enjoy the incredible Miranda Lambert live in concert. And on August 9th, Jason Mraz and the Super Band are set to deliver an unforgettable performance. And don't miss this Live Nation lineup. On August 4th, experience the legendary Outlaw Music Festival at Toyota Amphitheater, featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp. Then on August 15th, catch the iconic Donny Osmond at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And on August 22nd, don't miss Creed Fisher rocking the stage at Ace of Spades. Finally, on September 10th, the Doobie Brothers bring their timeless hits to the Toyota Amphitheater. For all your ticketing information, head over to livenation.com. These are the shows you won't want to miss, so grab your tickets now. And stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam team.
Should we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
The head coach of the Providence men's basketball team. Why would we be having the head coach of
I don't know
Providence on? And by the way, every once in a while, as we bring in Coach Kim English, there's we'll bring on a guest that really makes you kind of rethink your life.
Yeah,
I'd like to think we're semi-successful doing our thing.
We're trying.
This guy's in his mid-30s.
He's got life figured out.
He's got it completely figured out. Coach, it's Dave, it's Jason. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. One would say I figured out. One would just say I was really bad at basketball. So I got a head start on my.
I doubt that.
I got a head start on my afterlife in coaching. So why the heck do you guys are in Sacramento, California? Why you want to talk to a guy who lives in Rhode Island?
Well, first off, I hear the food's good.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's always nice to talk to somebody in the smallest state, but big heart.
Yeah.
Thirdly, there's this kid, Devin Carter, and our basketball team out here used their first round pick to draft him, and we were hoping to maybe talk to somebody that might be familiar with him, preferably somebody that, I don't know, coached him last year. How big was the smile on your face, Coach? It's got to be one of the most rewarding things as a coach when his name was called.
Absolutely. It was, I had just texted one of the Kings front office people maybe 2 picks before. And I said, I was just sitting with Devin and I said, I was just, monitoring the board and, I would kind of get ahead texting the teams who were coming up next. And I texted them maybe moments before the pick, maybe minutes before the pick. I said, there's not a player that I've ever been around. I couldn't imagine there's a player who's going to respond better to watching dudes get picked in front of him than Devin Carter. Like, he's a lottery pick. He got picked 13th, and he's seething, thinking about all the teams that passed him up and all the players that went in front of him. Really happy that he got to have his moment with his family. And I'm really glad that he's going to an organization and a head coach that I love Mike Brown. So it's awesome.
How much communication did you have with the Kings front office, with their scouts, with their, I'm sure they're trying to get as much intel on Devin as possible. You'd be a great resource. How much did you talk to them?
NBA teams, honestly, truthfully, unless it's an incredible long-standing relationship, they really talk to everyone except the head coach, truthfully. They know how I feel about my Big East Player of the Year. The conversations with the head coach usually start, after they get picked. I talked to Mike. I spoke to Mike last night on FaceTime at length. I was on the phone with some Sac brass this morning. I knew he had a great workout in Sac. Someone in the front office texted me after the workout, said he went well. He asked my thoughts on him just via text. But Sac did their homework extensively with Devin. They spoke to everyone in our, facility around campus, going back to his time, in Florida, going back to his old staff of coaches. Devin's had 3 college coaches, Frank Martin, Ed Cooley, and myself. But he's just a tremendous, tremendous young man.
Coach Kim English, Providence, joining us. Friar, as we've learned on social media, by the way. Providence social media is a real thing, Coach.
It is real. Our fans are no different than Kansas, Kentucky. The most rabid fan base in the country are our fans. It's nothing like them. Nothing like them. Good luck. You guys earned for it. Good luck.
So look, obviously, full disclosure here, I don't think we're going to bring a coach of a kid on and the coach is going to be like, he's okay. Like, I guess he'll work out. Like, obviously, you're a fan of his, but we can hear in your voice and when you hear people that have been around Devin, they just speak incredibly glowingly. Here's the situation out here. Kings fans are a little worried, and it has nothing to do with Devin. It's everything to do with, we got a lot of guards, and we got Davion Mitchell and Keon Ellis, and maybe there's some repetition. Let's push all that aside. Here's what the fans out here want to know: what are they getting in Devin Carter?
I don't know the roster situation. Mm-hmm. I watch NBA in the early season before we start, and I watch it in the playoffs. Pretty much, I'm consumed with college basketball throughout. I know a lot of the players, obviously, from when they were in college. But what you're getting with Devin Carter is an elite on-ball defender, elite one-on-one defender. You can just pick him on a player and let him do his thing. He's off ball, his ability to create turnovers and havoc and steals. If you're bored, go watch Devin Carter blocks against the University of Oklahoma. He had 5 blocks in the game as a 6'4" guard. He did something I've never seen before. Oklahoma ran an elevator screen play. He ran into the elevator screen and he jumped up and blocked a 3-point shot behind an elevator screen. Offensively, he's a blur in transition, can get to the paint, to score, to create. And he has funky shot mechanics, but, he took 7 threes a game right at 40%. And he has unlimited range. He's made bombs for us this season. I just couldn't be happier to watch him. And again, to play for a coach that I know well, and Mike Brown, I'm really excited.
How about the person? Again, we're hearing as the player, which that's what you're drafted for. But Monty McNair thinks highly of character as well. I've not heard anything bad. You've said positive things too. What would you describe him like as a human being?
Man, you know what? I was really impressed listening to him talk about the roster in SAC. He talked about De'Aaron, talked about Sabonis, talked about Kevin Huerter. Like he was describing the roster that you guys had, and that really showed me a lot. Of his maturity and understanding. Where he's going, the team it is. But he's just a guy that everyone loves to be around. Walking through the facility every day, he stops in every coach's office and sits down and talk. He's the son of a 13-year NBA vet that got it out the mud. There's a humility and a work ethic that comes with that, of what he's in making a career in the league that I think is going to serve Devin well. I wouldn't drive 3 hours from Providence to New York to be around him if he was a pain to be around.
Coach, sorry to put you on the spot, and maybe there is no proper answer, but honestly, would you have, if I was trying to make an NBA player comparison to Devin Carter, even if it's not exact, is there a player that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, I've been seeing the Derek White comparison a lot, and there are some similarities there offensively. Just that kind of a 5-tool guy. Like, you won't have to run a play for Devin Carter. Like, they're not running plays for Derek White to get him isolated or you can just let him play. You can let him play in transition. You can let him make reads and pick and roll, play off a long closeout. He's a great cutter. He'll offensive rebound. He's just going to create positive plays for Sacramento. So that's a good one. But honestly, defensively, it's like Drew Holiday or Tony Allen. He's that good of an on-ball defender. And he just creates havoc on offense, and he creates positive plays on he creates havoc on defense. He creates positive plays on offense.
And when you're talking, I think about those guys, the switchability. Are you saying, on ball, 2 guards, 3? Like, how many positions do you think he could guard in the NBA?
Yeah, the way the league's going now, just like Drew Holiday. Like, I think Drew Holiday could guard Joel Embiid. Like, I think just he's that tough. Like, the ticker that's in his heart, I know he thinks he can guard anyone. He can guard any player in the NBA that can shoot threes. I'll say that. Any one to stretch 4, true stretch 4. I'm not talking like a Jokic, a stretch shooter, but he can guard 1 through stretch 4.
Last thing for you, Coach. I did watch, like a lot of us, quite a few highlights from his career. And you mentioned the funky shot mechanics, but also the range. And man, like you said, there were some bombs from, New England that he was shooting.
Yeah.
Now, as a coach, was Devin sometimes to you what we like to call a no-yes player when you're watching
Never.
okay.
Never. He was never a no-yes player. Never. every single field goal attempt that he had this season, we had seen it in practice. Again, we actually, I don't think he shot enough. I wish he shot a little more. He made a bomb against Creighton that was, it saved us. He against the Knicks, against St. John's, against Georgetown. He's a really good shooter. He's a really good shooter.
Well, we not only appreciate your time, Coach, but I think it also should go without saying we're obviously rooting like heck for our new player, and owe you a debt of gratitude as well for helping shepherd his career and being there for him. And I look forward to hearing I look forward to you seeing continued great things out of Devin. And I promise you, this one thing I can guarantee you, I don't know what his career is going to be like. I hope it's great. I can promise you Sacramento is going to take real good care of him.
Not a doubt in my mind. And look forward to seeing the schedule when you guys play the Celtics. There'll be a lot of black, white, and purple in the stand.
Nice. Coach, thank you for your time. Have a great day.
All right. See you guys. God bless.
Take care. That's Coach Kim English. Good stuff. Good stuff from Coach Kim English. You can hear that in its entirety on our YouTube page. A lot of upside to Devin Carter.
For sure.
A lot of upside. Just like there's a lot of upsides at the Upsize Clinic at upsizematters.com. Well, hey, happy Friday, everybody. Want to make sure you're aware, in case you're not, that, you know what? It's not a dead end for you. If you're looking at the list of most important attributes when there's a survey of, that. And you want to improve. Well, maybe somebody's got an issue with circumference, if you will. Or maybe you're somebody who's like, hey, you know what? Maybe you're somebody who's looking at a tuna can and you want a thirst buster, whatever it may be. You're shaking your head for it. Go to upsizematters.com. Dr. Jack Friedlander in Roseville. Dr. Joel Pasha in San Francisco. Notice I say doctor. These are doctor-performed procedures. You can get a free consultation. And then, boom, baby. Have that procedure done same day. Long-lasting, semi-permanent. Super easy and simple. And hello, look, you're a new person. Go to upsizematters.com. That is upsizematters.com. Get your girth on. 30-second break when we come back. Drafty, Drafterton. That's the subject of 3 for Madness. Next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, coming up next, River Cats play-by-play voice Zach Rudy will join us. We had to bump him last week. He was a sweetheart about it, and we'll bring him back on to give you the River Cats report. And then there's a trade in the NBA, a little minor trade. There's a new guy who got paid. There's a trade, and someone got paid.
How about that?
Good day for Emmanuel Quickly.
Great day. That's a huge contract.
More like Emmanuel Richley, right, Chris?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Richley, because he got 3 for Madness. Question 1.
How excited were you when you first heard the Kings made a trade? And then how disappointed were you when you found out what it was?
That's kind of how my brain was. I said when it was first announced, I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Who's on it? Went right over to the roster. I was like, all right, Toronto, there we go. Okay. There's the money there, $11 million, right around that. Is this a Kelly Olynyk trade? Is this Chris Boucher? I would have loved that. It certainly isn't Scotty Barnes. Who is this? Could it be Grady Dick and Agbaji? You know, honestly, when I first saw it, I thought it was Kelly Olynyk. That was what I landed on. And then it was Jalen McDaniels. Now look, no offense to Jalen McDaniels, who I hope comes here and is an all-star. I don't know anything about the guy personally. I just know that based on his numbers and some things we've heard, just kind of, not great.
Yeah.
So I have no expectations. This was a financial move. This was a cap freeing up move. This was a MLE move, if you will, mid-level exemption. So we'll see what Monty and friends do with the rest of it.
That's it, right? I mean, I guess the question is I was a little bit behind you as far as the timeline of finding it out. So the trade was already laid out there, and I went, huh. So then I started to look up stuff on McDaniels because I didn't know. I mean, I knew who he was, but didn't have a lot of material. Then I looked at it and went, ooh, that's a bit underwhelming.
Right.
So, I mean, again, it's kind of what's next. I still feel it's incomplete, but this on the surface, a whole lot of meh. Didn't blow me away. If anything, I feel like it's on the wrong end of it. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But it's not done.
No, that's the thing. It's not done, and that's why I know it takes discipline, which ain't easy.
Right.
It takes discipline, so I'm again withholding judgment until. Question 2, please.
Question 2.
Was the drafting of Bronny James by the Lakers the most boring outcome?
Yes. I wanted to see some hijinks. And I thought Tim Legler had the absolute best idea.
Oh, Boston. So I like movies. I like true crime, stuff like that. I'm just saying. 54th pick. We renew the Cold War between the Celtics and the Lakers. The Boston Celtics take Bronny James, and he sent a ransom note to the Lakers. We have your son. And we have your son. If you want him back, it's going to take Austin Reeves. It's going to take whatever you want. What do you think, Stephen A? What do you think? That's a Netflix doc. That's a Netflix documentary right there.
That's right. That works. That works. We have your son.
That's
right. You want him back?
We have your son. If you want him back, it's going to get across you.
I love that.
Right.
Give me back my son.
I'll see my son.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, no, I thought that was funny. And there could have been some fun and hijinks with the whole thing. But in the end, also, by the way, reports coming out that Rich Paul, his agent, was telling teams if they drafted Bronny, he was going to go play in Australia.
Okay.
Like, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Go to the Lakers. All signs point to LeBron. I mean, what I really got out of all that is LeBron's going back to LA, which we knew anyways. But I think it would be the funniest thing in the history of the world if LeBron went somewhere else and left JJ Redick with his son on the Lakers, but don't see that happening. Yeah. And now we get to see. Oh, by the way, they haven't replaced JJ Redick on the broadcast yet, have they?
Correct.
Okay, it's got to be Tim Legler. He's so good, dude. He's so good at his job, and he's so underrated. I would love. It's not going to be probably. I'd love to see him get that spot.
Yeah, he is good. I liked him. Like, there's nothing wrong. I'm trying to think. The only thing my criticism of Doris and JJ, I thought they were good.
Uh-huh.
I didn't feel like there was enough levity in there.
Well, there you go.
That was good. I just feel like,
but you're right.
I feel like he would probably. Mike Breen's actually really funny.
I agree with you.
He's really funny, but he can't do the whole thing.
Did you also catch what Tim Legler said, Jason?
What?
True crime fan.
Yes. It's so funny you say that because I almost paused. I was like, hey, there's another one. There's another true crime guy. I know I'm getting off track. What would you think about a booth? Would a booth work with Breen, Burke, and Barkley?
Yeah.
That would actually be kind of interesting. You talked about levity. That's what made me think about it.
Yeah.
He's retiring, but man.
Yeah.
That would actually be a pretty cool first team. Number 3.
Question 3.
Which will be more exciting, the draft or free agency?
I look, free agency starts Sunday, right? June 30th. I think it's going to be free agency.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's going to be close.
It's not going to be close. Look, the draft was the draft. That's fine. It's going to be free agency. And I don't think just – and by the way, free agency / trade season. Let's be clear here. I think it's going to be exciting, not just for Kings fans, but also NBA fans. Although there is a possibility out there it could be the worst for Kings fans. If 900 moves are being made, and then it's like the Sacramento Kings have traded a 2030 first-round pick and Kevin Huerter for the rights to their first-round pick back from Atlanta, and John Kenzie Moreau of the Hornets.
Yeah.
You know, the whole meme of like the Kings fan poking Monty with the stick.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't talk about this after Monty made his appearance, but it's kind of a thing now. It's been a thing, but why are these Kings puffy vests not available in the team store? He has one. He has several that have the logo or have the
Are they not?
Well, if they are, somebody tell me, because
I mean, they wouldn't be now, but he's wearing them in the summer. That's the thing. Like, I actually think it looks good, but then like now,
no. If we ever get him,
why are you wearing them in the summer?
If we ever get him on the station again, that's got to be one of the questions.
Yeah.
What are you wearing a puffy vest for, dude? It's late June, bro. And then he's probably going to say something like, "Hey, it was cold in there." Also, he spent most of his time in Houston recently, before Sacramento, so this is probably nothing to him. No humidity.
Yeah.
Right?
It's hot.
Yeah, it'll be the draft, or it'll be free agents.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have some significant names likely change teams, and the contracts, even like some of the new ones. What did Quickly get?
Emmanuel Quickly.
5 years, 175?
Well, I will tell you, Emmanuel Quickly, what did he get? He got paid at Jason Ross. Let me find it. It was, it was it 4 years? What did you say it was?
Was it 5, 175?
Oof. Come on, trade. Who cares? Alex Klein, don't care about that. 5 years, 175. That's $35 million a year. Phew. He just quickly went up a couple tax brackets. What do you do? We always talk about that. Like, go buy another house, new house, moving on up. I want to experience that.
Put it all under the bed.
I thought you were going to say put it all on red.
Yeah.
In the back seat.
Just put it in the back seat.
Yeah.
If I ever got a
buckle it up,
a generationally wealthy payout contract, whatever, one of the things I would negotiate, I've always said this, is I would insist on having the PGA style giant check.
Yeah.
I want that giant check. Although would that'd be a little gauche to put that, like you put that in your man
where
cave.
do you put it?
How about the worst flex? How gauche. You have this big framed big checks, like
it's your new license plate.
100. Oh my god, absolutely. Pay to the order of Jason Ross, $175 million. People just walk in.
Yeah.
Walk past the Kurt Schilling bloody sock that you collected.
So gauche.
So Ronnie Lott's rotating finger.
Mm-hmm.
All the things you'd buy. And by you, I mean me.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Zach Rudy, he's coming on the show. River Cats play-by-play voice. We'll talk to him next. It's Friday.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Friday, expect a comfortable morning, thanks in part to that Delta breeze as we head through the afternoon. It'll be a little warmer today. Expect plenty of sunshine and light winds. Highs will peak in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Auto Mall, where you'll find the largest selection of vehicles in Northern California. With unbeatable deals and amazing financing options, there's never been a better time to drive away in your dream vehicle. The Roseville Auto Mall, where your perfect ride awaits.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my superhydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
The light is fading. Your hands are sore.
and the last tool has been put away. Now is the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
18 number ones. What was I thinking? Countless ACM and CMA awards. Sold out world tours. And now Dierks Bentley is coming to Sacramento for Country in the Park 2. September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Parmalee, Sasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Plus line dancing, food trucks, and more. Tickets available now at CITVFest.com.
Brought to you by Bonia Electrical Heating and Air and the U.S. Marines.
Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
Well, it boils down to this one question. Do you want a great deal? Hoblet has it. Right now, you can save up to $13,500 off MSRP on remaining new 2023 Dodge Challenger or Dodge Chargers, starting as low as $25,595. There's just a handful left, and after this month, it's all done.
So this is it. After this month, the savings are all gone.
Yep. So if you've been putting it off, but you've dreamt about getting one of these cars, you better stop by Hoblet Dodge in historic downtown Woodland fast.
You won't find a bigger selection or better deals on the vehicle you want than Hoblet Dodge right now. Don't miss your opportunity. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$13,500 total net savings after $89.20 factory rebates and $45.80 dealer discount. At least 10 at this net savings. $25,595 net price after $64.20 factory rebates. Rebates may include $500 first responder bonus cash. Must be current member of First Responder Association. VIN number 607624. See dealer for details.
It's the River Cats Report. What's going on with the Giants AAA squad? The River Cats Report.
Well, we told you, we love having our friend Zach on Fridays for our River Cats Report. And last week, it was a little funky.
Yeah.
Because we had all this craziness going on. And we didn't want to be like, okay, let's go do River Cats because everybody was focused on.
Be fair.
Yeah, you know what? Equal time.
Yes.
Fair. And he deserves that, and so does the franchise. So we're so happy to welcome. And by the way, he was, as I said, such a sweetheart about the whole thing. Welcome in the play-by-play voice for the Sacramento River Cats, Zach Bayruti. Good morning, Zach.
Good morning, fellas. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am great. It is toasty here in Las Vegas this week.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do temperature check because it's hot in Sacramento, but you probably have us beat.
It's well, I don't know what it is right now because I'm kind of just getting up. But yesterday at first pitch, it was $103 with 15-mile-an-hour winds. It was like standing in front of a blow dryer.
Well, Zach, when do you come back to Sacramento?
We're back on Monday, actually. So it's weird.
timing.
We're going to go back to old PCL. We come back Monday, and we actually play Monday night. We usually have Mondays off, but because of the Independence Day holiday, they kind of shuffled the schedule. So we travel Monday morning, play Monday night, old school.
Perfect you say that. Couldn't be a better lead-in. First off, he's in Vegas. What a coincidence that is.
Yeah.
Well, for many reasons, the fact that he's in Vegas is going to lead into some things. And then on top of that, Zach, it's going to be 99 degrees on Sunday, but then here we go. And again, according to the Apple iPhone weather, which has been a little hinky this week, here's your week, Zach. 104, 108, 112, 108, 110, 110, 118.
I don't think the 118.
I don't buy the 118 at all, but that's what the phone says, Zach.
What day is it going to be 118, allegedly?
A week from this Sunday.
Oh,
but
well, thankfully, we don't play a week from this Sunday, so that's good. I mean, it's not good as a $118, but at least we don't play in that.
My phone, by the way, Zach, just for maybe we'll split the difference. Mine is 102. That's a big disparity.
That's a 16. They did this yesterday for Friday.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Either way, it's hot.
You know what? Steve Jobs.
That is ridiculous.
This wouldn't happen if Steve Jobs were still
That's
with
true.
us. I can promise you
That's
that.
true.
That kind of leads us into this. And Zach, I don't want to put you in a goof. Full disclosure, Zach, you work for the River Cats, and you know about the A's coming next year. Oh, by the way, you know about the A's coming next year. Just make sure.
I've heard rumblings.
Rumors.
So I just want to ask you, and feel perfectly free to just sidestep here. But you're there all the time. You could speak to this better than us. When you heard that they were going with artificial turf next year, is there a worry that I don't know, and I don't even know how you would call this as a play-by-play voice, but let's just say like Johnson digs in at the plate and, oh my God, he just burst into flames.
Spontaneously combust.
Just right on the field. Fun to call as a play-by-play voice, also tragic.
Yeah.
Were you, when you found that out, are you going, this is going to be interesting?
I wasn't surprised just because it's out of necessity, right? I mean, there's no way a grass field in Sacramento survives with, I don't know how I can't do the math right now. It's like 300 baseball games they're talking about.
Right.
So there's no way the grass survives. So for me, it was just it was always going to happen. And I don't know the type of, and I don't know if, I'm not an artificial turf expert nor a turf expert. So I don't know if there are any different types of turf that might stay a little bit cooler than normal. Like, I don't know, if it was AstroTurf back in the day, it would probably be ridiculous. But, I don't know what they got going. So I don't know, but I just know that this is going to be out of necessity. And I think there's a lot of elements to this where, people are, I don't want to say flying by the seat of their pants, but they're having to make decisions kind of at the 11th hour to make it all work. So to have a front row seat to all this is pretty fascinating, just as a sports fan.
So is it more because of the amount of games as opposed to the weather or combo? Because I guess the question would be in Vegas do they have kind of that sport turf or they have natural grass, the place you're at?
No, they're natural grass. But I mean, they only have one team playing on it. So it worked just like us in Sac.
How fun has it been to follow this team this year? I mean, they're obviously having a wonderful season, but with everything going on with the parent club, and I say this as a Giants fan, it's kind of encouraging to see what's going on at the AAA level.
Oh, it's been great. Last year there was definitely a different vibe. It may have been because we had a different manager at the big league level. I think Bob Melvin's kind of a steadying hand in all this. There's not been as much roster churn. At the same time, there's been a lot of really good, healthy development happening. You look at a guy like I don't know, Brett Wisely, for example, who's doing really well up at the big league level right now. He actually had a chance to stay here first part of the season, and they tinkered with the mechanics of his swing, and he's developed, and now he's an impact player in the big leagues. You see the guy like Casey Schmidt here this year, who probably should have stayed here much of last year, and I was happy for Casey that he got a shot to go up there. But truth be told, there was still development that needed to happen. And I talked about this during the game a little bit last night. I think we're entering a new era of baseball where you're seeing guys have to develop more at this level and the big league level than we used to back in the day, because there used to be rookie ball. MLB got rid of that rookie ball level. There's a lot more pressure to get the blue chip prospects to the big leagues quicker. So I think you're going to see struggles more at the higher levels of the minor leagues than you did before. But, I think this year they've been able to keep some guys here and developing and trending in the right direction.
Zach, how about for you just personally where, you're calling the games, you would love the Rivercats to win as much as possible. Some of these guys maybe you get attached to, but they want to go right past you and get to the major. How is that maybe when you, either get attached to a player or know that they're a part of the winning for the Rivercats, but ultimately they get the call up? How have you kind of gotten used to that over the years?
This is like my 20th year calling baseball, and most of that was at the lower levels of the minors with the Stockton Ports for 14 years. So I've kind of seen this at two different levels, and just from being in the minor leagues for so long, what the end goal is, what the ultimate goal for these guys is. And you're here to tell the story of their development. So, no matter how attached you might get to guys, and I'm lucky enough to have definitely become friends with some of them. You're just always giddy for them when they get there, get the call. I've got to see players make that call to their families to let them know that they're going up and, fulfill that dream, and they're in tears when they do it. It's pretty cool. I think the coolest thing is watching that as opposed to, being friends with them here and keeping them here and so on and so forth.
play-by-play voice of your River Cats, Zach Rudy, joining us, and he's currently in Las Vegas. They will return and Monday, the 1st, take on the Reno. God, I hate the Reno Aces so much. I don't even want them in town.
I used to work for them. I used to call games for them my first 2 years in the PCL.
I mean, they're okay. So here's one of them, folks. That was awkward for me. Well, they're fine. Tuesday, July 2nd. Look, I love minor league baseball. And one of the reasons I do love minor league baseball, other than it's just pure and awesome and everyone's still cool, before they get all rich and weird, but it's just minor league baseball teams try harder. Mm-hmm. And so Tuesday, you get $2 hot dogs, ice cream, Merlino's freezes.
Oh, Merlino, love that.
I grew up, right there in Carmichael where that big spot was. But I'm going to go to Monday, July 1st, your first game back. It's Meow Monday, okay? The cats get in free. You just got to buy a lawn ticket. You have to accompany the cat. Listen, people, you can't just show up and throw your cat into the park. You have to accompany the cat. And the cats must be, this is the best part, they have to be leashed or harnessed out on a home run hill, which is awesome because you're going to have, first off, as we all know, I think cats are lame and dogs are better. But to see a cat on a leash or in a harness is going to be amazing, Zach.
I've been begging people when I've talked about this night, on the air. I've been begging people please put your cat in a crate or just don't wing it and bring your cat where it's not restrained. I was always a dog person. I do have 2 cats and I love them to death. It was one of those deals. They kind of found me. They adopted me and showed up in my apartment one day. And I have one cat that's like a dog. If you put him on a leash, he will go up to you and he's really social. Oh yeah. He's super social. If you ever own a cat, you'll understand, and especially a cat that's like my cat, that you'll just become attached and in love with cats.
All right.
So please, dear God, put him on a leash or put him in a crate.
Is your cat going to be one of your cats coming to the booth?
Ooh, are we going to have a play-by-play cat?
Oh, man. Now you put me on the spot. I probably should, right?
Yes.
It's Meow Monday. I probably should participate, but I don't know. I think I might be a little bit too distracted. He might try and jump out of my window. I know he'd survive. It'd be his first life.
Oh, you got him on a harness. Just tie that sucker to the doorknob. He can't go anywhere. Give him some meow mix and some water, and the 3-2 pitch to Johnson.
That would make for an interesting broadcast. I'll throw some wet food out there, and he'll be fine.
All right, you can check it out. Go to rivercats.com. Follow them on Twitter as well. Have a safe and fun time in Las Vegas. Stay away from the table, Zach. Stay away, young man. There's no.
I don't know if I can do that.
Well, then just do the $5. They still have $5 blackjack.
I don't know where.
No shot. Zero chance. No, it's 15 or up.
Zach, I'm going to actually, as we wrap this up, I'm going to give you the same speech I give everybody that goes to Vegas that I'm a friend with, because I don't like Vegas at all. But there is one redeeming quality to Vegas I enjoy every time I go there. It is a little off the strip, but it is technically in Las Vegas. There's a restaurant, well, I guess you call it a restaurant. There's a place to eat out there called John Mull's Roadkill Grill. I know it sounds weird. Featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, which is what got me out there. It is the best non-homemade barbecue. It is 3 lots in a suburban neighborhood that they cleared out and turned into this giant barbecue and butchery facility. It is world-class. Guy Fieri's words, not mine. World-class barbecue. Under $20 is going to get you enough food if you have a fridge in your hotel to last you the rest of the trip easily. If you get a chance, Uber out there and eat some barbecue.
Do I, in my Uber destination, do I put Flavortown, Las Vegas?
100.
It sounds out of bounds.
That's great.
Yes, nice.
That's
Good
great
knowledge.
Triple D knowledge right there.
Hey, if Guy Fieri says it's good, I'm in, man. I'm in.
100%. Thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us, and have a safe trip back.
You got it. Blake Snell's starting tonight for the River Cats. So keep an eye on.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
definitely.
be watching. Thank you, brother. Talk to you soon.
You got it. Take care, guys.
Bye. Of course, they're not the river dogs,
Right.
It's river cats.
Do you have a cat lives?
I hate cats so much.
It'd be cool to have a station cat.
No.
Keep him in the alley.
Yeah, I'll boot that sucker.
Alley cat.
I will not boot the cat. I'm joking.
Go that
cat
far.
people freak out. We have cats that live next door.
Station dog would be.
Station dog would be awesome.
Yeah.
Station cat. What's a station cat going to do? Hey, welcome in Sacktown Sports. Here's my butthole. That's how they
should be station dogs. You need
to be friends while we're
while we're away.
Do the station dogs stay here?
Yes.
So we put them in the overnight? We put them in the garage with some AstroTurf so they can do their business.
Sure. Well, you could leave the door open.
Maybe
going. We have gates.
Throw a TV on with like dog programming.
Yes.
Let employees check them out for the weekend. How do you think that'd go with Steve?
Not sure.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Let them steal his keys, let them in his car. Then he goes out to go to lunch. Oh, Bart.
Gotcha. Whammy.
We'll take a break. When we come back, the rest of the second round happened. We'll recap that. And Jalen McDaniels, the newest Sacramento King. Nobody yelled at me yesterday for not welcoming him, by the way, like they did with Duncan Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Carter, because we were doing Mount Duncan more during the break. We'll take a break. We'll come right back after this.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports. This is Protection. Yep, Protection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Pre-barbecue. Pre-playground. Pre-everything. Pre-every day. Prevention is the best protection. This summer, make sure you have OFF, the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand. SC Johnson, a family company.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Beyond's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. And right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection. See our exceptional selection of Elk Grove Honda certified pre-owned Hondas with interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Because now at Staples, you can save up to $50 on your print purchase. From posters and flyers to signs and menus, Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. And with Staples Print Perfect Guarantee, it's done right or it's printed again free. Plus, same-day services available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. Get it printed right at Staples. And now get up to $50 off your print purchase. And 7/6, visit staples.com/print for details.
Sheer insanity mixed with adrenaline and horsepower bring you the most exciting action-packed weekend during the NorCal Stampede. This is round 1 of the 2024 West Coast Ultra 4 USA Series. All day Saturday, June 29th at Prairie City. Come join us for some of the most extreme high-speed rock racing action with drivers tackling a course riddled with crazy jumps and punishing rock obstacles. This race will be the only West Coast qualifier for the King of the Hammers. Tickets are only $30 at the gate, and camping is also available. Prairie City SVRA in Rancho Cordova. Be there. Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Remember at Chuck E. Cheese when you'd have the birthday parties and they had this like air locker? And you walk into it and like all these like Chuck E. Cheese certificates or something would be flailing around and you get 60 seconds to grab as many as you can. I can't remember what was it in there that you were grabbing. It wasn't money.
Was it tickets?
Yeah, it's tickets.
Oh, it was tickets. Yeah. Thank you. What? Where do those exist? Like, could we get one for here?
They do that.
Yeah, it'd be cool to do giveaways.
They do that. They did that. That was this season with the Kings game where they had like this money one.
Really?
Uh-huh. And people had a certain amount of maybe 30 seconds.
Really? And they step out on the floor? And
it might have been on the concourse. And then it was money and it was flying around and they were trying to. And some people were better at it than others. I'm like,
yeah, if you're doing that, don't go and try and grab $1 at a time.
What, you're looking for the big bucks?
No, you just got to like create
you have to like put your shirt out and like try and catch it that way.
That's as much as you can. You're not looking for one, you're looking for many.
I think next break I'm going to go on YouTube. I'll bet you there's a video on like what the strategy is. Like, do you just lift your shirt up and let everything like flow up in it and then close it and like put everything under your armpits and then do it again? Like, there's got to be a strategy.
Sure. Your hat, something.
I'd wear a big old skirt, like one of them skirts they wore in the 1800s.
Yeah,
with like
be saved.
You know, just a big giant. Like I'd be looking like Marilyn Monroe in that one where she's standing over the blowy thing. What is that called on the curb? The steamy,
the blowy thing.
The blowy thing on the curb. That's what I'd look like. What is that? The 7-year itch, which totally sounds like a disease. But yeah,
that's what happens.
That's what happens. I just wonder if you can rent those. Wouldn't that be fun to rent
money
one?
Machines?
Yeah. Rent one for a day.
What else would you put in there? You could put other things in there.
Pizza. What would be the most would razor blades be the worst to put in? No, I'm saying what would be the most jacked up thing to put in there?
That's up there.
Like some form
knives,
of spiders.
Yeah. Oh.
Black widows.
Yeah.
Oh.
Snakes.
Yeah, that would be a good way. Like you lose a bet.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the machine.
No.
60 seconds. You and a bunch of little mini snakes. Go. Be good content for Twitter. For social media.
I'm doing this for social media.
Whitey Gleason's turn in the tank.
You can get an inflatable one for $265 on Amazon.
You can?
Yeah.
Inflatable. So, okay. That's
it
sealed.
It means it blows up, Jason.
Is that what that means?
By the way, Friday Fun and Games.
There you go.
It's a thing. Yes. Jiffy Lube sponsor this. How tall, Chris? How tall is it? And then send me the link, please. But how tall is it? 'Cause we can't be getting a 5-foot one for kids.
Let's see.
It's got to be at least like 6-7 feet tall.
What's it even called?
A blowy thing.
I mean, Chris, what did you look up?
I looked up money machine.
Oh,
and it wasn't like an ATM.
This is called the cash cube.
Oh, that's great.
That sounds like a cash cube.
Cash cube.
But it says 5.9 feet.
So you're ducking a little bit. That's fine. Now I'm thinking about
that's like a bounce house.
I don't know why I had this thought. I was just thinking, what if I put Gus in there?
Flying dogs.
How would that work? How big would his eyes get? Yeah, just flying French bulldogs. All right.
You better come and grab me out of this box.
Want to quickly, as we move into the rest of the second round here, I think we should do something on the show, and that is, here's a big shout out and salute to our chat friend Emmy. Didn't think about this until I saw it in the chat, but Emmy was, I don't think from here. I think she was a Europe person, and she was a huge like Sasha Vezenkov stan.
Correct.
And she would show
day.
Tough day or happy day.
Could be.
He's closer now in Toronto. That's pretty much Europe.
Closer to Emmy, or
if she's in Europe, Toronto's a lot closer.
But does that mean we're done with Emmy?
I think Emmy's gone. Wow. I don't think we'll ever see Emmy again.
We didn't have an impact or
no, and Emmy's gonna miss her day in the blower, the money machine, cash machine, whatever you call it. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of gonna miss. I had a soft spot for Emmy, but I don't think she was. I don't think she was the president of the chat room, if you know what I mean.
No, she's Sasha all the way.
Sasha, everything. Sasha this, Sasha that, and everyone here is stupid for not playing more Sasha and Sasha.
And maybe he'll get his chance in Toronto. And Davion.
Yeah. Also, Davion Mitchell. When I think of Davion Mitchell, I think of he won me a lot of money, fake money at Baylor.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Winning the NCAA.
He was a champion
pool.
there. Brought us a summer league title.
That was great. Weirdly enough, the first thing I think about with Davion when I go through my Davion Mitchell history is when I asked him at that first press conference if he'd worked out for the Kings. And he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to get into that." You remember that?
Oh, yeah, I was
like,
weird...
"That's weird."
Yeah,
I wasn't. It was just like,
it's not top secret.
How was your workout? With I don't want to get into that. Now
I feel like there's a story.
Yeah, right. I wasn't thinking it before. Now there is one. I actually really, and we'll see how his career plays out. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Davion Mitchell's going to have a good NBA career.
I hope so.
I don't think we've seen the best of him yet.
Yeah, I hope so. And that's, again, when I said earlier, like, whenever the Kings make a trade, you hope the player they get has their best years in Sacramento.
Yes.
You also hope it's not the reverse. Not that I'm rooting against Davion, but if he has a great run in Toronto, you're like, why weren't the Kings able to maximize that?
100%. Well, happy trails to him. Yes. Why would you buy a cash machine off Amazon, Chris, and it says in all capital letters, no blowers included?
So you have to provide your own blower?
You have to provide. It's $265 and no. Where do you? Okay, it's one thing to grab the money machine. Where am I finding? I need a money machine blower, please,
and include the money.
Like they do have the V ones, but they're going for $2,000 to $5,000.
So what do you I need more info because you can get a gold one, a black one, a blue one, a red one.
We've got one here. $695 for 4 hours.
Oh, rental. Okay.
Oh, rental?
Yeah.
Who the hell is getting $140 an hour for a cash cube?
Cube.
Cash grab. Well, that's what it says, cash cube.
Oh, that looks fun.
Right? And why can't
I think it looks fun for like one try, maybe two.
You're right.
You're like, okay, let me see if I can get more money this time, and then it's going to be your money.
And what's the record?
Right.
Well, then you just put Monopoly money in there and see if you can get the record.
Yeah.
And then you post it on the whiteboard.
Okay,
it's bonding. You know what I feel like? I feel like this is the cash cube version of the deli slicer or the Yonanas. You get it, and then you're like,
it's going to end up in the garage.
Use it just to torture the dogs. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe a guest, maybe not. Maybe more draft talk, maybe not. You're going to want to stick around. We'll tell you why right after this.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
And Logan Ryan picks him up. Looks like they're playing man. Laporte is over there as well. It's 5 out. It's empty on 4th down. Goff back. Not going to get out to his right. Being chased. Throws, and it is incomplete. The 49ers take over on 4th down again.
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Friday, expect a comfortable morning, thanks in part to that Delta breeze as we head through the afternoon. It'll be a little warmer today. Expect plenty of sunshine and light winds. Highs will peak in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's the 4th of July sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, where you'll find the largest selection of vehicles in Northern California. With unbeatable deals and amazing financing options, there's never been a better time to drive away in your dream vehicle. The Roseville Auto Mall, where your perfect ride awaits.
I'm Ken Korak with your Gwynn and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, it was quite a day on the last homestand when the A's honored their 1974 World Series championship team. And among those in attendance, second baseman Dick Green, who won the Babe Ruth Award as the best player in that year's postseason, despite going 0 for 13 at the plate in the World Series. That shows you what he meant to the ball club on the defensive side of things.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? Now through September 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new Stream Saver. That includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix for just $35 a month. Switch at Xfinity.com today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay to stored bank account. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $54 a month. Actual speeds vary. Stream Saver requires Xfinity internet or TV and price subject to change.
Since 1776, July 4th has been celebrated as the birth of American independence, but it's been a federal holiday only since 1941. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. It was a mere 7 years later when the Keys family opened their first Naturewood store in Sacramento, and I guess Northern Californians have been celebrating ever since. We celebrate an incredible selection of furniture brands made right here in America. We celebrate the kind of generous hometown hospitality that was important to Walter Keys in 1948 and continues with the Keys family and the Naturewood Home Furnishing staff today. And we celebrate the kind of quality that's been synonymous with Naturewood for all these 76 years. Look for Made in America brands like Stanton, Sam Moore, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and more during the Naturewood 4th of July sale event. Find the furniture that you will celebrate for years to come. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friends at American Energy. Now, I've told you this before, but this is what we call extending a good deal. Right now, American Energy Heat and Air is offering an HVAC diagnostic for $99. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Never mind. They're offering it free. It's a $99 value, but you get it for $0. Let the American Energy team test your system connections and all the moving parts of that system to ensure that it's functioning properly. Now, this is a limited time offer. Call today to schedule your appointment at 916-520-9990. Speak to the company that has an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau that's been making the greater Sacramento area proud since 1981. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTKAM Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Overwhelming as far as
didn't quite understand it.
Didn't get it.
Yeah.
No, it has something to do with money and stuff.
There's some future moves though could set up.
But math is not our strong suit.
Not at all.
So what we said if only there was somebody who is an expert on this.
There is,
and we mentioned him. If only we could get him. And so we said, let's put the word out. And you know what? We put out the Bobby Mark signal, which I don't know what that would be. Just a spotlight with a $.
Yeah, absolutely. It usually works. And a basketball.
And he's nice enough to join us right now. Bobby, thanks so much. Welcome back. It's Dave. It's Jason. I know you're slammed. We just saw you on 2 different TVs at once, which is amazing. Good morning.
What's funny is I wanted just to go get a cup of coffee. Like I walked out, and then all of a sudden there's a train, right? Like it just figures, it just happened. I just wanted a cup of coffee, and happy to be on with you guys. How are you guys?
We're great. And as we tell, for example, our friend Sam Amick and anybody who is on the level you guys are, obviously we're happy to have you. And also, not that you wouldn't anyways, but if something breaks and you got to take off, we fully understand.
You know what? Who cares?
All right.
Good answer.
That's a great.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So help us out. Monty McNair went to Princeton. He's far smarter than we, and you guys can think on the same level. We've got Davion Mitchell, Sasha Vezenkov, the second round pick, the Portland second rounder for Jalen McDaniels. There's a little bit of money difference there. What's Monty thinking here?
Yeah, I think certainly when you agreed, with the Malik Monk contract for $78 million, it pressed you right against the luxury tax. You were actually over the luxury tax threshold, and certainly you had a little bit of wiggle room below the dreaded first apron that we've been talking about, as far as it really limits as far as how you can continually add to your roster here. So yeah, I think certainly when you draft Devin Carter on Wednesday night, I think that gives you I know he's coming out of Providence. I think he could play right now for you, and I think that certainly made Davion expendable here. And then certainly, there had been rumblings with Sasha as far as did he want to go back, but did he not want to be there anymore? And so so it's probably more of a I guess it is a financial move, because it gets you below the tax. It gives you some wiggle room to maybe do some other things, maybe make a trade and take back salary. McDaniels, had it's been kind of an uneven, 3 or 4 years. There were some good moments in Charlotte. He goes to Philly, goes to Toronto, doesn't work out here. So he's a big wing here, but yeah, I mean, I think, that's you're going to see these deals. I mean, we just saw the Dallas deal. I mean, they trade Hardaway Jr. so they can go get Derek Jones. So these new rules are basically forcing you to choose, right? Like you can't have all the nice toys in the toy box here. You can have 5 or 6, but you can't have 8 or 9 of them.
Bobby, just on the surface, like you've done this, you've been in a front office, now you're a front office insider. As you kind of look at the chess pieces for the Kings, the way their roster is constructed, what their future assets are, what money they have available, Are they good position, great position, okay position? Just kind of what would be your assessment of where the Kings are?
They're probably in the middle. You know, they're not where Brooklyn is, but Brooklyn's, rebuilding. Sacramento's not rebuilding. I mean, they're not where OKC is, and I don't think anybody is. But you still owe that. You still owe that protected first to Atlanta. That hopefully it comes to fruition next year, I guess. You still have the ability to trade out first round picks. You can still do pick swaps. You still have Harrison and Kevin's contract if you wanted to. That's $34-35 million right there if you wanted to go out and do a deal. So yeah, you're not stuck. I don't think you're not where Phoenix is, and basically you're trying to piecemeal a bench together here. So I would say they're probably somewhere right in the middle.
You mentioned the apron and the new rules. Just an overall question with free agency coming up. Do you see, and if so, what kind? But do you see this having an effect on free agency, more or less indifferent? Are we gonna have some fun?
Yeah, no, we will, but it's going to make me think harder, and I don't want to do that. It's like I think what before the apron and everything came into play, and we're seeing the harsh restrictions start right now. It used to be like if you wanted to go into the luxury tax, you just went to your owner. Monty went to Vivek and said, "Hey, it's going to cost me $20 million. Can we go into the luxury tax?" And he would say yes or no. Now it's like, besides going into the luxury tax, okay, is my first round pick going to get frozen in 2032? Is it going to hard cap us? Can we go out and make there's like a 6-step process here? So I think it's fun because it really makes front offices become creative in how they go about doing things. I think it spreads out the wealth of players here. Like, we're going to probably see Chris Paul waived this afternoon because, ownership has have said that we don't want to be in a luxury tax. We don't want to be in the apron. If they want to bring back Klay Thompson or maybe make a trade, they won't be able to do that with Chris here. So I think it's more players that will be available to go out and sign or maybe to, trade for here. And I think we're a little bit impacted this year is because the cap is basically staying relatively flat. Once we get to next year, when this new TV money comes and it increases 10%, then the apron increases 10%. So you will have more flexibility, but you might have to just wait another year.
Talking with Bobby Marks here. Bobby, if we go back to Malik Monk, we were thrilled. It was a week ago today, basically, that the news came out that he was going to stay in Sacramento, getting paid well, but we were all hearing reports where he could be close to $100 million guy. Besides maybe doing a solid for the Kings, why do you think from his camp he already signed? Like he could have been a big player this weekend.
I just think free agency is the land of the unknown, right? We have 5 teams that have cap space. Philadelphia, Detroit, they made a trade for Hardaway Jr. today. Orlando, Oklahoma City, and Utah. Oklahoma City doesn't go out and spend on free agents. Philly's in a holding pattern, hopefully waiting for Paul George. So you're kind of waiting. Yeah, you could have Orlando say, "Yeah, we like you, but let's see where we are first day of free agency." And then when someone puts close to $80 million guaranteed in front of you, and you're coming off a contract where I think you made total 16 total, that's hard to pass on. And he likes it there. There's the quality of life, and you can make as much money in the world, but sometimes you're not as happy as you want to be. And I think he's carved out a really good role there. And so, yeah, I think it works out. Certainly works out for both sides.
And Bobby, I don't expect you to know the answer, but again, as Jason mentioned, we all know you've been in a front office before. You understand how they work. One thing that as a Kings fan, I don't care how it happened. I'm just glad Monk resigned. But they knew it was going to be 478. They knew it was going to be 478 all year. And also his agent isn't allowed to talk to other teams and gauge interest by rule. So then I found myself going, well, when Monk has his press conference and we ask him, like, well, why didn't you just do this a week ago? Why didn't you do this the day after? Why did they wait a week to announce it? What was there to discuss if they ended up taking the deal without testing the market?
I think in this day and age, I think you have to be a little bit more careful as far as, they put in the rule that you can negotiate with free agents the day after the finals. I think you have to be careful. I think that date is a lot different than June 30th when the floodgates open and we see like all these signings here. I just think you have to be you're not going to put it out at 12. It's not going to come out at 12:01 because it's going to be a red flag, right? Well, you guys talked to them beforehand. Well, so I do think. Listen, we might hear Donovan Mitchell extend, in the near future here, and that might have been done a week ago and everything like here. So I don't know if I get caught up on the timing as far as coming right off. Yeah, they knew what the number was going to be and everything here, and I think certainly they offer you look at what the other scenarios could be. Would it be maybe Orlando here, and then you just basically you figure out that's the best thing for you.
Bobby, as far as we talked a little bit about the Kings cap situation with yesterday's move, giving them a little more freedom. To your knowledge, did that help them get to the full mid-level exception range this summer?
Yeah, they're like 7, I think, below the tax. So I don't think you probably want to go into the tax, but they do have, you don't want to hard cap yourself because if you use more than 5.2 of the 12.9, you hard cap yourself. So I don't think you want to do that, but you could certainly make another move, and it gives you a little bit more flexibility. It's not the greatest free agent class in the world. There's a significant drop off. I call them cap space free agents. There's not that many of them. So I think if there's a guy, hey, listen, if Klay Thompson, all of a sudden decides that he wants to come play in Golden State, you'll find money to sign up to the non-tax mid-level exception. So I think. I think it certainly gives them a little more flexibility if they have to use that.
Bobby Marks joining us, front office insider, and of course knows everything there is to know about the cap situation. A lot of folks here, Bobby, are. I think Monty McNair's overall approval rating is actually very high here, but there's some impatience. Missing the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
Last big move was Sabonis. You've been there before. You know that moves like this, obviously, they're not pretty, but they're necessary. Does this strike you as was it difficult sometimes for you when you were involved to, you don't want to pay attention to what people are saying, but at the same time, you don't want to make a move to make a move. Is being patient one of the most difficult things to do in a front office?
It is, but I think this CBA makes you become patient. This is not the CBA that I worked under in Brooklyn in 2014 or 2015. One wrong move could cost you 10 wins, 15 wins. You might be back to winning 25, 26 games here. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I get it. You were a 3 seed, you lose in the first round, and you get to play in last year in the Western Conference as a Bear. You're not going out and getting a third max guy like that. You can't do that under this collective bargaining agreement. It makes it extremely, extremely difficult here. So I get it. I certainly understand where the fan perspective is here, but yeah, I think, Monty's looking out for what's the best interest of the group right now. And then certainly you have to have a kind of like a 2 to 3 year window as far as what the roster looks like.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Like, how far do you work ahead and how fluid would you say the plans are? So if we take the Kings, for example, obviously there's intentions here with Sabonis, with Fox, you re-sign Monk. Now, Keegan Murray at some point will come up. It's not now, but like how far ahead are you looking at all these pieces?
Yeah, that's the big thing. So like, let's say if you moved, just hypothetical, like Harrison and Kevin for Zach LaVine, just throwing it out there, hypothetical. Then you got a guy that's got 3 years left, and then you got to pay Keegan. So you're looking at like 3 to 4 year window, especially when you have young players on rookie extensions that eventually that you'll have to pay. Similar to what Oklahoma City is going to go through soon, and what Orlando's going to go through soon. They got 2 guys extending Sales and Paolo next year, so you got to be careful as far as how much you're willing to kind of commit long term, and certainly to the dollar.
And then when you look at, for example, the Knicks have really made the most noise here in the offseason. And it seems like that front they really seem to be all in on this thing now, trying to keep up with Boston.
They're all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're all in. I mean, they've depleted their draft picks. They're right up against this. They're hard capped themselves. They kind of know what they want to be. I think that's the biggest thing. I think if you're in a front office, you kind of have to know what you want to be. Minnesota knows what they want to be. You don't trade a 2031 unprotected first because you want to just get into the playoffs. You want to try to get out of the Western Conference.
Bobby Marks with us finally. Here in Sacramento, you've been on in this market quite a bit for years, for good reason. Fans get very, very nervous about many, many things. It was reported last week that De'Aaron Fox is declining an extension, or will not sign an extension, I should say, right now. The thought is, Bobby, that on the positive side is that, hey, why would he? If he hit certain goals, he could make a ton more money.
Sure.
Do you see it as that simple?
I do. It's a business decision. I would be nervous if De'Aaron had 1 year left. He's got 2 years left. He can extend for 3 years, $166 million, I believe. That certainly could increase, probably over 280, I think, if he hits all NBA. So I do understand it's a business decision, from him. As far as I wouldn't take much into account. Maybe if we get to next year and he's got a year left and he won't extend because he's still waiting to earn all NBA, then I think I would probably be a little bit more nervous about it.
That is super expert and extremely smart guy, Bobby Marks, who really needs a coffee, and he deserves that. Take the next hour off, Bobby, on us. Have fun. And we saw you on 2 different TVs at the same time. We know how busy you are. You obviously have clones out there. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Bobby Marks. There you go, nerds. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of detail in all this stuff. I think one of the things that fascinates me, some of the money in I don't fully grasp all that stuff, but I get caught up in the paths and literally, we've done this example before, and I know they do have whiteboards or whatever, just different diagrams they may have in an office, but like, I just go to the draft the other night, Dave. I'm sure there was like, okay, let's run through some mock scenarios. Did they ever in any of their mock scenarios have the exact 12 players that went before? Now, I'm sure they had a possibility. If Devin Carter is on the board, this is what we'll do. Okay. But, sometimes how you get there is different. Like, wow, we thought this player also may be there. I can't believe that team took that. Okay, now we're here. If we do that, what's next? And I just, signing Malik, not signing Malik, making this trade. What does that do? It's such a, fluid situation, but you got to be, there is some sense of patience.
Yes.
But yeah, you'll get critiqued. You have to know, and you don't always get it right. Look, we're going to go over Monty's draft history, and he's been comfortable enough drafting players. He's moved several of them already.
Yes.
So it doesn't mean you got it wrong, but it also means, well, what did that player turn into? In Halliburton's case, it turned into Sabonis. Davion's case, just the trade, it's like, but why did you do it? What else can that create?
I think to your point, and I don't know that this is exactly how they have it set up, but I'll bet you it's close. Let's just call it a whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
I think the draft is maybe the easiest thing a front office does all year. And here's what I mean by that. I think they spend months scouting, interviewing, working out, talking, crunching numbers, blah, blah, knowing how many miles per game a guy runs on average, like all this stuff that we don't even look at. I think well before the draft, maybe, like at least a week before, I think they have their draft board. It's here's our number one guy. If we had the number one pick, if we had every pick in the draft, let's say, okay, Richachet is number one. I don't know, whatever
their board is.
Whatever. They've got their board laid out. Screw mock drafts. Screw where they're going.
Yeah,
they
that
know
shouldn't
attention.
matter at all.
This is our board, and they pick 13th. As the picks roll in, if it's above where your pick is, you cross the guy off or erase him.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to be your turn, you draft the guy who's the top on your board.
I agree, but my counter would be if the reports were true, that Washington might have been interested in the 13 and
that's right.
Fill in player X.
That's right.
Barnes hurt or who knows. Okay, is that better then?
That's right.
And so now you're weighing like, okay, or did they, I don't know what they want.
That's the only that's what I'm saying. The draft,
the board is
simple.
Be the board. Yeah.
It's
you literally could go 1 through 13 because you won't go past 13.
That's 100% right.
Yeah.
The difficulty of the draft day is what you talked about. Right. I have no idea, but I would put the over under on the day of the draft at 4.5 trade offers the Kings receive. By the way, it could be like 12.5. I'll say 4.5. Guarantee you it was probably at least 4 that had been offered leading up to or the day of the draft.
Yeah.
Then their question is, okay, so we have Devin Carter remaining. He's number 1 left on our board, and we just got this offer, and it's blah, 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 and blah for Devin Carter, or what we know will be Devin Carter. Now everybody, here's the offer. Let's crunch it. Okay, a vote. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, we can't do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Or we can't do that. Would you be willing to throw in this, though? No, they can't do that. Okay, awesome. Appreciate it. And you might also notice, by the way, and I think this might have gone over some heads a little bit, unless you were just nerding out. The Kings pick wasn't in until the very end of the countdown.
No, I definitely noticed that.
That you saw differences, and sometimes that'll give you a little bit of a hint as to, are they weighing stuff or are they waiting for stuff? Right. And I think to understand that, like, I need an answer. You got 5 guys on phones with 5 different teams.
Sure.
It's crazy.
And I gotta believe other scenarios besides the one you just said. So let's again use Carter, because that's who they took. But let's say, and I think they do get intel on team 14, team 15,
yes,
team 6, like kind of who they're interested in. So if you get word that, okay, wait a minute, 14's maybe not interested in Carter, 15, like, can we move back to get him? Like, but then you run the, what offer is that? Nah, that's
right.
No, let's get our guy.
That's right.
And some of this could be happening in minutes, as opposed to, hey, I've got 6 months to prepare for this. No, you've got minutes to prepare for this.
When they say we're watching on TV, it's like the Kings are on the clock.
Yeah.
They have 5 minutes, and we're like anticipating, like, oh my God, who are they going to pick? Like, it's anxious for us.
Yeah.
Imagine being in that front office. Right. Everyone's calling you. You basically have to field calls, or texts, probably texts, weigh it out, go around the room. You have an idea of what you're gonna and not gonna do, of course. Somebody calls in and says, hey, we'll give you, for De'Aaron Fox in the 13. You're like, but there's going to be some where it's like, hey, would you take this guy? For all we know, Washington was like, you know what? We'll give you Kuzma for the 13 and Harrison Barnes. And they looked at it and said, you know what? Had Devin Carter been taken, we would have made this deal. But we've got this deal on the table with Toronto to get us under the cap for Davion. We know that's going to open up a spot. This guy was number 4 overall on our board. If we had the number 4 pick in the draft, we would have still taken Devin Carter. Yeah, and I guarantee you, and if we get Monty on, we'll ask him this. I'll bet you anything they've got some sort of nerderific system, some sort of point system where it's like, well, counting everything, this move grades out to be a 26.2, and this draft pick actually works out to be a 27.9. They find a way to mathematically make it easier, because ultimately it's not just the talent, it's saving money, which is what we saw yesterday, which is what you see if you go to Woodland and hang out at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, all of them. And make this the summer sales event. Need a Ram truck? Hoblet has it. Need the car under $20,000? Hoblet has it. Save up to $12,500 off MSRP on hard to find new 2024 Ram 2500, 3500, Bighorn, Laramie Limited, Longhorn, Rebels. You choose. Save up to $19,500 off MSRP on select new 2024 Ram 1500, Bighorn, Hemi 4x4 starting at $36,995 over $400 available. Yes, I'm trying to do Micro Machines, guy. Take advantage of federal and state rebates with a new plug-in hybrid. By the way, it's a 30-second break here. You're not allowed to go anywhere. Take advantage. Never mind, it's a full break. I lied to you. Hoblet is the number 1. You're still not allowed to go anywhere. Hoblet's true pricing at HobletDodge.com is fantastic. What does that mean? That means the price you see is the price you pay. There's no, I like that price. And then you say, I want this car. And they say, okay, well, it's $36,995 plus this and that, and then the other thing, and then the delivery, and then the pigeon, and then the kitty cat, and the whatever fee. And now it's $45,000. No. True pricing. That's why they're the number 1 Ram truck dealer in California, number 7 in the whole U.S. of A. Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Get up there today. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's reflect and say goodbye to Davion Mitchell and Sasha Vezenkov. Happy trails, both of you. We'll talk about them next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Friday, expect a comfortable morning. Thanks in part to that Delta breeze as we head through the afternoon. It'll be a little warmer today. Expect plenty of sunshine and light winds. Highs will peak in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's been said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And when it comes to a nice, cool summer, it's so true. Right now, get a complete air conditioner tune-up for just $59. Bonia. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Bonia.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696355.
The IRS deadline has come and gone. So do you owe money to the IRS? If so, you need an ally. Whether you owe the IRS $6,000 or $600,000, whether your tax problems are personal or business, the professionals at Allies Tax Relief are ready to step in and negotiate your fresh start with the IRS. Here's a happy customer of Allies Tax Relief.
Before calling Allies Tax Relief, I feared the IRS would take all of my assets. I owed them over $562,000. Thankfully, I was referred to Allies and called them for help. They ultimately saved my life from uncertainty. Allies negotiated my giant tax debt to an unbelievable $1,500. They are professionals and they fight the fight for their clients.
Allies Tax Relief will protect your assets from being seized and your paycheck from being garnished. Call right now for your free consultation. 800-296-0772. That's 800-296-0772. Or visit AlliesTaxRelief.com.
Maida Chevy saves you $12,000 off MSRP on every new half-ton Silverado LT Turbo Max. In stock after rebates. Always 5 to choose from.
Exclusive. All in-stock pricing at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details. 773124.
Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap. Come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
The PGA club fitters at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio know that golf should be fun. They also know that players of all abilities will hit the ball farther and straighter, play better golf, shoot lower scores, and have more fun if they get fitted before they purchase golf clubs. Hagen Oaks delivers the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA professionals. See how the game can be even more fun. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
18 number ones.
What was I thinking?
Countless ACM and CMA awards. Sold out world tours. And now Dierks Bentley is coming to Sacramento for Country in the Park 2. September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Parmalee, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Plus line dancing, food trucks, and more. Tickets available now at CITVFest.com.
Brought to you by Bonia Electrical Heating and Air and the U.S. Marines.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
We all have some things from the past that we might regret, or better yet, might like to get rid of. I'm talking about that mistake you made years ago that still may be haunting you. How great would it be if that could be expunged and gone? Poof! Just like that. But where do you go for something like that? Try the Gonzalez Law Offices. Jonathan Gonzalez is right here in downtown Sacramento, and he's here for you. Maybe you need someone for wrongful termination. Again, the Gonzalez Law Offices. Go to saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187.
Welcome back. I don't know where else to put this, so I'm just going to put it here. A jury in U.S. District Court has ordered the NFL to pay more than $4.7 billion in damages after ruling the league violated antitrust laws and distributing out-of-market Sunday afternoon games on their NFL Sunday Ticket. They awarded the $4.7 billion to the residential class and $96 million to the commercial class. I assume that's like sports bars and stuff, right? Since damages can be tripled under federal antitrust laws, the NFL could end up being liable for $14.39 billion. The lawsuit covered 2.4 million residential subscribers and 48,000 businesses in the United States who paid for the package of out-of-market games from 2011 to the 2022 seasons on DirecTV. It's been a long time since I had Sunday Ticket, but it hasn't been that long.
Wow.
Ooh, I want some of that. The lawsuit claimed the league broke antitrust laws by selling its package of Sunday games at an inflated price. Also say the league restricted competition by offering Sunday Ticket only on a satellite provider. So should that end up happening, it could, it doesn't get overturned with appeals and stuff like that. It could cost each of the 32 teams approximately $450 million.
Wow.
Dollars. How about that? I saw something that I think it was Darren Ravel said that that could be like a couple $1,000 per household is what it ends up being, right? The lawsuit was originally filed almost 10 years ago by the Mucky Duck Sports Bar in San Francisco, but was dismissed in 2017. So all anybody cares about is this. A, if they had Sunday Ticket, do they get paid? But also, how about this? Like, why not just make the ruling like they have to do Sunday Ticket for free for everybody for like 3 years? Why not just make that the ruling? Everybody gets you all get Sunday Ticket.
You get Sunday Ticket.
And you get Sunday Ticket for free. Why not do something like that? Here's another thing I am adding to my list if I run for president. No, I'm not breaking the rules here. I'm just saying if I did. What do we got so far? Super Bowl Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Was it Super Bowl Saturday or Monday off?
Or Monday off,
okay.
I think is what it is. Got to teach a credit class in every school, mandatory. I think there was something else, but then here's this one. I'm taking away baseball's antitrust exemption. Like, how do you think the NFL feels when they're like, this is costing us billions of dollars because we violated antitrust laws, but baseball's got an exception? So their MLB TV just isn't subject to any of this?
You could get it on every cable provider, though.
What, MLB TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying like in general, not specifically to this infraction, but once again, if the NFL had baseball's antitrust exemption, I wonder if that would shield them from this or if there's different antitrust exemptions. Either way, there's no reason baseball has an antitrust exemption. It's so stupid. It's so dumb, but they do.
It's a good platform you're on.
I think, honestly, yeah. I'm getting my platform, no antitrust exemption for any of those, whatever. Y'all get taxed, okay? Super Bowl Monday holiday, right? You got to teach the credit class and whatever. And instantly, here's my big one. Instantly, all grocery prices and gas prices cut in half.
Half. Okay.
From the day I come in, executive order, everything's cut in half. How are we going to pay for it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Details.
Leave that for the next one.
Right. Sell a tanker.
Okay.
Have a bake sale.
Put everything on eBay.
Everything you can do at the DMV, you can do online. There's an app. I know they already do some of that. Nice. DMV, like I feel like this common sense platform.
Mm-hmm.
What's annoying? What's annoying?
Fix annoying things.
There are things. All right. Davion Mitchell and Sasha Vezenkov. Let's start with Davion Mitchell, Chris. He's no longer. Well, when I say he's no longer with us, like
he's no longer a king.
Yeah.
He is no longer with us.
Well, I just don't want somebody tuning in and being like, oh my God, what happened to Davion?
I like Davion.
I liked him too. I still do.
There was a time where you were really campaigning for him to be the point guard, starting point guard.
There was a time where I said, I'm going to drag myself here. I said, Davion Mitchell might be the best all-around point guard on this team. God, pass the Dutchie, baby. Favorite memory of Davion Mitchell's Sacramento Kings career? Jason Ross. Chris, you're on deck.
I'm going to go with, there's a couple that I can think of. I remember, honestly, there was, believe it or not, some summer league stuff where he was just, who was it? The saying, I think it was our own Mark Jones at the time, was doing that. Yeah, off night versus book night. And he couldn't even function.
Couldn't.
And he did that. I know he had a couple of huge moments in the playoff series. Game 2, kind of the back-breaking 3 in the corner to put the Kings up 2-0 on the Warriors.
That's right.
And there was a game he dunked. I remember that he had an open court dunk, which was pretty cool.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Chris?
I also enjoyed that summer league because that was my famous summer league
promo. Yes.
What else? The thing that I remember being absolutely furious when he didn't play in Game 7 for and everyone is like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And Steph scored 50. That might be my favorite, not favorite moment.
What would it be? Davion Mitchell. My favorite Davion. Hey, you guys covered him. My favorite Davion Mitchell moment was the game he played that good defense.
Yeah, every game.
I think my favorite Davion Mitchell moment was when I read that big, long article on him. I think it was in The Athletic. Maybe it was Anscape or something, Undefeated. But the whole story about how he was at Chris Paul's house for 17 days watching game film 24/7 or whatever it was. And I'm just like, it was like Thomas Robinson vibes when I read about how he took care of his sister. And all. I was like, oh, that's him. We have the next Chris Paul, basically, is what it is. I feel like he has improved. There's times when he shoots that sweet rainbow jumper. You're like, this is it. Or just jukes people and gets to the lane for a nice layup. There you go. The defense is always on point. I really, look, I don't want to be King's poopy pants guy. But I would say this. Davion Mitchell's one of those guys where we could look back and year 2, 3 years from now go, oh God, we probably shouldn't have traded him.
Yeah.
He's killing it. I don't know that that's going to happen, but he's one of those guys. Generally, I don't worry too much about guys we trade because we're trading them for a reason. This one, it's just because we got so little back to hang our hat on, for a cap move, basically. I feel like we can look back and go, wow, we really could use Davion Mitchell right now. Look at what he did tonight for Toronto. I just don't want to be seeing Davion Mitchell at 32 and 12 next year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I always say, if you give a player significant minutes, an NBA talented player, that they're going to produce. But I feel like his best role would be, he's a winner and a guy that can really help a good team. And that's where he kind of was in at times here. But then he got lost in the rotation, which I never quite understood, kind of got back into it last year. But I wish for the best for him, certainly in Toronto.
I'm going to ask you a question as we go to break before we get to who's hot, who's not, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which player, if you had to bet, which player is most likely to make the Kings regret trading them? Davion Mitchell or Sasha Vezenkov? We'll take a break. When we come back, Jason will answer that question. We'll go to who's hot, who's not, and can Carmichael Dave get to 9? We'll do that next.
Harrison Barnes plays here.
Harrison Barnes drives it, hammers it. The Black Falcon soaring into the night sky on a Monday evening in Northern California.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This 4th of July, celebrate in style with Amy's Outdoor Living, your grilling headquarters. From burgers to brisket, Amy's Outdoor Living's got perfect grills for your Independence Day celebration. See the new Red Hot barbecue brands Napoleon and Rectech. Napoleon grills perfect gas and infrared grilling, and they're built to last. Rectech pellet grills built like a tank and offer the #1 rated grilling app. Free setup and delivery with Amy's for grills, $3.99 and up. Amy's also features Weber, Big Green Egg, and Traeger gas and pellet grills. And you got to see the one I got, the Gosney Professional Pizza Ovens. Oh, my goodness. Add some style to your backyard party with new furniture, and Amy's will pay the sales tax on all in-stock furniture and outdoor decor items. Visit their clearance center in the Sacramento store for scratch and dent savings. Amy's Outdoor Living, El Camino near Watt, and inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Town Center.
This is Jeremiah, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Chicken Minis is that soft roll with that honey butter brushed on it. It's so fluffy, like a cloud. It might be a mini, but it doesn't taste like a mini. That sweet, savory bite and that fluffy roll with that honey butter on it and that crispy chicken, it's an awesome way to start your day, the perfect breakfast treat.
Breakfast starts with Chicken Minis and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app. Real customer paid for their testimonial.
Why'd the kid jump off the boat?
I don't know. Why?
Peer pressure.
Oh, good one, Ned.
Ned isn't funny, but Ned owns a boat, and you don't. So every time Ned tells another one of his unfunny boat puns, you're going to laugh loud and keep on laughing until you get a boat of your own.
A pier where you put a boat.
Yeah, I get it.
And when you do get a boat of your own, make sure you save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hello, I'm Frank Awkward, Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. Will interest rates stay higher for longer, or is relief in sight? While inflation and labor markets might be cooling if bond markets price this in, is there a neutral rate in mind which neither stimulates nor puts the brakes on a hot economy? Forward contracts, which can be seen as a proxy for views of future interest rates, are at 3.6%. This is down from the last year's 4.5% number, but still higher than the 2.7% number seen most of the past decade. If these are the floors on future interest rates, this could put a hold on bond rallies and continue to mute an already impacted real estate market. If the 3.6% rate is indeed the neutral level, it isn't quite far from today's rates over 5% and could mean there are less interest rate decreases in our near future. Overall, businesses and individuals seem to have weathered the higher rates well. Next week, we could see data that may indeed show progress in the fight to reduce inflation, but demonstrate that higher for longer may be the path forward, whether we like it or not. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osea Cafe Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Osea Cafe is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osea Cafe.
It's the ride everybody wants to be driving, and Elk Grove Kia has them in stock right now. I'm talking about the 2024 Kia Telluride. And my friends at Elk Grove Kia can get you behind the wheel of a 2024 Telluride SX for only $419 a month, plus taxes and fees. Whenever I see one of these driving down the road or next to me at a red light, I just stop and admire it because the Kia Telluride just looks iconic. And not only is the Kia Telluride beautiful, it's got room for the whole family. There's a seating capacity for up to 7 passengers. Plus, it's loaded with tech. So is the 2024 Kia Telluride the right ride for you and your family? Come on down to Elk Grove Kia and the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Give it a test drive. And just a heads up, when you're here at Elk Grove Kia, you're going to be treated very well. You're not going to get this kind of car buying experience in Roseville, Vacaville, Sacramento, or Davis. That's why Elk Grove Kia has so many 5-star reviews. Again, check them out in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online, elkgrovekia.com. 24-month lease, $0 security deposit, 20 cents per mile over 10,000 miles per year, $4,999 due at signing based on approval of credit. VIN number 501850, ends June 30th, 2024.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
We're just rolling along, not doing anything. It's doing the old show. And swear to God, man, sometimes MC out of nowhere just freaking loses it. I don't even know what he's mad at me for. He's making fun of me like, well, that's because you never played basketball. I was like, I played basketball. Oh, you were a whatever. Okay. Was on this many. And he's like, what did you just say here? Said, just tell thousands of folk how horrible of a person I am. I'm like, bro, do you need ice cream? Like, just what is going on?
I don't know.
Sometimes, like, I usually am, we have a fun little back and forth, but sometimes I honestly worry about the dude. Like, we're gonna go nuts in there, brother. It ain't that serious, man. Jesus Lord. Who's hot?
Davis Daniel of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Yes.
He's the only MLB pitcher in the modern era to go at least 8 innings with 8 or more strikeouts, no walks, and 4 or fewer hits allowed in his first career start. That was the Angels' 5-0 win over the Tigers yesterday.
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of whatever. Well, look, who's hot? I got one. Sacramento. We're still trying to get to the bottom of this because Android and iPhone, and I'm an iPhone guy. I don't know why, but I generally dislike Android people. You're an exception. Chris, I'm actually really shocked you're not. I'm right. You should be an Android guy.
Why?
Just because.
I think you put like this contrarian label on me that I'm not.
Okay. Well, they fixed the whole next Sunday. Next Sunday was earlier, and they did this yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was
I think it's the same thing.
No, next Friday was supposed to be 119. Yeah. Then they did this Sunday was supposed to be 119, and now it's down to 104. Something's going on with iPhone weather, man. Either way, starting Monday, 103, 107, 110, 107, 110, 110, 104.
I remember, I think it was last week. Today was supposed to be really hot, like a week ago. And it's warm. There's no doubt it's going to be warm today, but not as, what's today's temperature going to be? 97, did you say?
Only 97.
Yeah. But I think it was listed like last week at like 105 or something. And so it can change, but it's going to be hot. It's summer. It's Sacramento.
It sucks.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind summer, like, oh, hey, we're having a 100-degree day today. Well, but then tomorrow it'll be, no, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight. And you know what? Screw it. I'm going to say 8 because it's going to be 99 on Sunday. That counts as 100. I don't even care.
Okay.
Plus or minus 1. And then I don't even know what's going on. It only goes up to Sunday, but I'm imagining the following Monday is going to be, it's going to go from 104 to 90.
I wouldn't say what do you want it to be because I know that, but like it's summertime. So is 96 okay? Acceptable or?
96 is better than 108.
Well, of course.
I would say, but 96 is like, do you want to get kicked in the shin or kicked in the junk? Well, I'd rather get kicked in the shin, but it's still getting kicked in the shin.
Like a 92 day in July is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
But a 92 day in May is like,
yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And it's just
96 in October.
So I told you I don't mind the heat, but the one part I don't prefer is if, like, we have those whatever scheduled to say, you said 7-8 days in a row of 100 plus, when it doesn't cool off at night. Like cool off.
Yeah,
like if
it's
it's still like 90 at 10:30 or 11.
And you still have your AC on.
Yeah, that like some of these nights recently we've had, it's like, oh, it was a warm day today. But around 7:30 or 8, you're like, okay, you can open up some. It's like, okay, it's
the Delta breeze.
Right. A little bit of that is acceptable, but I got you.
The lows next week will be 72, 70, 70, 67, 70, and 70. Okay. Which, by the way, that's comfortable, but you're still getting up, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, getting the morning has been great. Getting here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
God, have we become like
you.
Me, I know. I'm like weather guy. I blame Durham.
I told you I walked again yesterday in the heat of the sun.
I was walking around Midtown yesterday. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
What's Devin Carter gonna think, says the chat, when he gets here? Welcome to hell. Like, but for real, maybe that's what they meant the whole time. It wasn't, it's not welcome to basketball hell. It's just, this is literally, it's actually as hot as hell here.
So if Devin Carter has a huge jam, like, do we come up with a nickname for him?
Why?
What do you mean why? Because it's cool. You want a nickname for your basketball players. But are you asking what would the nickname be?
Does this feel like a trap?
100% it's a trap.
It's not a trap. I wanted to see if you guys think about this. So he has a huge jam. What if we start calling him Air Fryer?
Okay, I've heard this. And we need to bring Mark Jones on because I think there's a 98% chance that it's going to be something like I think where Mark's going to use this if he does is when he shut somebody down on defense and he put him in the air fryer.
Ooh, I like that.
I think that's
No, because that should be like you're cooking him, right? So you should be getting by.
Yeah, he got cooked. He put him in the air fryer. No.
He got caught in the air fryer.
He got caught in the air fryer. All right, who's on?
The U.S. men's national soccer team.
Oh my God! There's another red card.
They lost to Panama yesterday, 2-1. Tim Weah got a red card.
Panama.
He'll miss the game against Uruguay on Monday in a must-win game to make it out of Group C in the Copa America. And I blame Alan
Styles.
Yes.
Okay, why?
He was Team Panama yesterday.
Was he real? Was that what that jersey was?
Yes.
Why did he do that?
Because his mom's from Panama.
Yeah. Well, guess what, pal? I can't say that. I'll get letters. What a wiener! You can't wear the. Come on. Well, you know what? Better not see him lighting fireworks off next week. Panama fan.
He's a Panama.
You know. Shut up,
Really?
Chris. You got Chris laughing. I'm going to say it right now. Screw Panama. What has Panama done for us ever?
They let us dig up their country to make a canal.
That was a long time
Besides
ago. Yeah, right. Oh, the Panama Canal. That's the root of our relationship. The canal. Root canal. Because it's like you don't like that one. No one likes a root canal.
I don't like that call.
So he was rooting for Panama because of the canal.
Yeah.
Also, how is canal not pronounced canal? We'll take a break. When we come back, you ever ask yourself that question?
I have not.
We'll go streaking. Big moment, perhaps. And then 5 years of Monty McNair drafts. We'll discuss it right after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. I hear things just got better for Chryslers. Make this the summer sales event, Chad.
They sure did, and I didn't believe it myself. But now you can save thousands more on your next new Ram truck, like up to $19,500 off MSRP on select new 2024 kind of savings. And we're not just talking about 1 or 2 trucks. We have tons of trucks with the best savings we've had so far this year. Plus, we have over 400 new Rams available, including those hard-to-find heavy duties.
I must have heard you wrong. Did you say you could save nearly $20,000 on new Ram trucks?
I had to double and triple check myself, but yes, save up to $19,500 off MSRP on select new 2024 Ram trucks, only at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
If you need a new Ram truck, Hoblet has it.
19,500 total net savings after 11,500 factor rebates and 8,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 Chrysler Capita bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capita Qualify and 2,500 Ram coupons. Only available while supplies last. At least 5 at this net savings.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Hey, Sacktown sports fans, get ready for an unforgettable summer with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar, packed with the hottest shows around. Starting at Thunder Valley Resort, don't miss the epic Slash and Serpent Tour on July 12th. Then on July 20th, enjoy the incredible Miranda Lambert live in concert. And on August 9th, Jason Mraz and the Super Band are set to deliver an unforgettable performance. And don't miss this Live Nation lineup. On August 4th, experience the legendary Outlaw Music Festival at Toyota Amphitheater featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp. Then on August 15th, catch the iconic Donny Osmond at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And on August 22nd, don't miss Creed Fisher rocking the stage at Ace of Spades. Finally, on September 10th, the Doobie Brothers bring their timeless hits to the Toyota Amphitheater. For all your ticketing information, head over to livenation.com. These are the shows you won't want to miss, so grab your tickets now. And stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Prerogative or per?
It's per, but it's spelled pre.
P-R-E?
Yeah, I think. Isn't it?
There's a spelling bee
Am
chance.
I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. I am a spelling bee chance.
I think I would, if you said spell prerogative, I'd put P-E-R somehow.
Let's see here. I feel like I'm right on this.
You must be if you thought about it before.
Yeah, there you go. Prerogative.
You changed that.
It's my prerogative. Is there an alternate spelling like cookie and cookie used to be?
Yeah, like a cat. P-U-R-R.
No, it says right here. Did you mean prerogative? See, it's one of those English things again, like Wednesday.
Right.
I'm buying it.
Come on, Wednesday.
A posh. 5 years. 5 years of Montavious McNair drafting. How did we do? Well, year one, Tyrese Halliburton, Jamias Ramsey. Well, Jamias aside, safe to say that's an A+ pick?
Yeah. Okay. Because they also moved on draft day, Xavier Tillman, Kenyon Martin Jr. never were Kings. Yeah. And then moved Tyrese.
Davion Mitchell in 2021 was traded yesterday. Neemias Queta, I would say that's probably, I'm being generous here, a CC minus.
Yeah, Makeda's waived.
Wait, Makeda's
He's a champ, though.
He's
a champ.
He's got a ring.
Yep.
And Davion, is Davioning now in Toronto.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Like that.
Thank you.
Canadian
Mitchell. Especially considering who was behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Alper and Shingu. Keegan Murray in 2022. And then they had a 25 pick last year, was it? Number 25, I think. Mm-hmm. And that was traded for Olivier Maxence Prosser, Jordan Walsh, Jalen Slauson, who is with the team. The problem is that trade, it's like, well, okay, well, that didn't count. But also, that trade allowed them to sew up and extend Domantas Sabonis.
Right.
And nobody that doesn't get talked about. But what I find unfair about that, it's not fair, is okay. But when Tyrese Halliburton was traded for Domantas Sabonis, the big worry was, he's not going to resign by a lot of people. And that was like a big thing. Oh, well,
malpractice.
The malpractice. Thank you very much. Talking about malpractice. Then we extended him through that trade, by the way, for a slightly lower than market value. Remember, he took less money. But then why aren't we giving that, that should be an A draft then? You got Sabonis extended. Why is that not an A? Why is that move not considered an A? Right. Rashawn Holmes wasn't playing at all. It was the 25 pick. I mean, who the hell did you even miss out on? I don't know. It's too early to tell. But, I feel like
because it's not sexy,
right? That's the thing.
It's not attached to that was not attached to a name. Like, wait, who did the Kings get? Well, cap space, and I think cap space, cash considerations, to me, I would say bothers at least the social media crowd probably more than just about anything. Like the Kings are always close to a trade because they've opened up things, but they never get to the trade part.
Right.
Well, I don't know if that's an always, but that's happened. Yes, very guilty of that.
And I know it's too early, but who do we miss out on here? Ben Shepherd, Bryce Sensabaugh, Kobe Brown, Julian Phillips. I didn't see that. We did miss out on Mojave King. It was my nickname in school. And also, I don't know. This doesn't count as a draft, but okay. 2022, this guy went undrafted. They picked it up. His name's Keon Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that go in the book somewhere in there?
Yeah.
I feel like
on the positive side.
Yeah. I feel like if you sign an undrafted player and develop him and he ends up, being a guy a lot of people want to start, that's pretty good value for that pick, which was not existent because he was undrafted.
Yeah. Like yesterday, they did sign two two-way players. Again, that's what you want is them to develop into a player ultimately on your roster.
Oh, and one of those, one of the guys,
King, maybe?
Isaiah, no, it wasn't King. It was Isaiah something. Isaiah whatever.
David Jones.
Yeah, it wasn't Isaiah Jones. Damn it, David. It was Isaiah something. Not Hartenstein. Isaiah Crawford. Yeah, and there were people online, drafty people that were like, this is going to be the best undrafted player. This guy was a monster at, where do you go, Fremont or Lehigh or something small. But yeah, I don't know. And we skipped over, or maybe we didn't, but Keegan Murray. In 2022, and then Devin Carter. So look, I'm not trying to be from the 916. By the way, Davion was picked before Şengün. That's what we said. Yeah, he was picked behind it. That's what ticks me off. I see a lot of people are like, not a lot, but more than I should. They're like, Monty's not good at drafting. What? I feel like that's what he's best at so far. You got the one big swing trade, but you got Tyrese Halliburton, which is arguably the best value pick. Well, I mean, we'd have to go back and research it. But if I were to say for where he was picked, Tyrese Halliburton is the best value pick of the last 5 years of drafts. I don't know if I'm right, but I know he's top 3.
Yeah, I mean, some people could look at this as a negative, but I'm looking at he drafted him, right? So he drafted an all-star, an Olympian, an all
max guy.
Now he's not that part on the Kings, but he helped get you a guy that's also that in Domantas Sabonis.
And that's what I'm saying. We're talking about draft. So even if you're against the trade,
right,
You can't be both against the trade and not give credit. And then the real super disingenuous thing is like, well, I don't give Monty credit for that. He fell to him.
Yeah, he
okay. Well, other 12 teams passed on it.
Right.
Ding ding.
Right.
So you get. I think that's actually been one of Monty's strengths. Monty and Wes and the whole crew, of course. Is when we say Monty, we mean everybody. So he's the best drafter as far as hits and misses. He's the best guy we've had, which isn't saying much since Jeff Petrie.
Right. Because they had so many misses in that 2000, like the amount of years they were in the lottery that they just didn't hit at all, like major misses.
Right. Ryan on the, just since I'm picking on people right now in this segment, Ryan AP, welcome in, and hello to everybody in the chat. Ryan says, I always love these takes too, because I get these in Europe sometimes. Like we did like a giveaway for the soccer club at the end of the year where like 20 fans got everything from like a TV to a trip to Sacramento.
Right.
There's a bunch of different giveaways. Whole thing costs like $50,000, right? And there was like people like, maybe you should focus more on the club on the pitch rather than giveaways, and so Ryan's in here with like, well, maybe they should have focused more on building a team rather than purple laser beams. And look, Ryan, I'm half joking here, so please don't take it personal. How incredibly stupid is that take when you really break it down? Like, do you think that Monty and Mike Brown were like, oh, hey, person I'm about to make a trade with, I got to call you back. The beam's not working. We got to focus on that. And then everyone's just gathered around like shopping for a beam. Like Monty's up there lighting it while Wes is downstairs like plugging it in. The players skipped practice so they could see the beam.
Yeah. Hey, Chicago's on the phone about Caruso.
Can't talk.
Not now.
We're beaming.
Yeah. We're turning on the jets.
We're turning the beam on. Oh, well, we lost out on Alex Caruso because you were focused on the beam. Womp, womp. You understand that it's like a large corporation, and there's like departments, and their entire thing is doing stuff like beams and baby races, which would be a great band name. And like the players and coaches and GMs usually don't even know this exists. And also, secondly, we really want to sign this free agents. I think we can get them to agree to a deal. Can't do it. Why not? We spent it on the beam. Like, there's a lot of reasons you can criticize the Kings for a lot of things. But they should spend more time, or like when something semi-controversial comes out, I don't know, like they tweet something about Pride Month. Well, if you focused on the club instead of all these things, maybe it'd be in the playoff. Really?
Maybe they haven't thought of that.
We lost to New Orleans. I was there in New Orleans when we lost. I was thinking when we walked out.
You're thinking, I'm glad I got this hat.
Incredible. Big purple
bedazzled
shiny hat. I got in the car and I turned to my buddy and I was like, you know what? We could have won that game. He goes, how? They beat us every game this year. I said, yeah, you know what though? Remember that Pride tweet? Should have focused more on basketball. You should have focused more on basketball and less on Pride tweets and community relations and beams.
I thought some things were bigger than basketball. Hey, we never did our streaking, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got off on a thing. Well, maybe if we focused more on streaking, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go streaking, and then an NBA player confirmed sleeping with his teammate's mom. Oh, my God. We'll talk about that next.
It's time to go streaking. You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports. MC wants to know about the men's mental awareness moth. There's a moth? By the way, would it be mental health awareness? Or just aware that men are mental?
Oh, man. What's been going on, I've seen it a couple times on my timeline, is Norm Macdonald's moth joke. On
Oh,
Conan
my
O'Brien.
God. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's my second favorite Norm talk show moment behind Courtney Thorne-Smith.
I bet it's spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Top that smart guy.
Do something with that, you freak.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. We miss Norm. Let's go streaking. Let's get that out of the way, please.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who
Christmas. When I said that there's an NBA player sleeping with his teammate's mother, I'm accurate about that.
TMZ, what's going on?
LeBron James, that's confirmed.
Yeah,
is married, as a matter of fact, many years to the mother of Bronny James. They are now teammates, and this is look. I am choosing to have fun with this and enjoy it. I'm not going to be cynical. I'm not going to be whatever. You know what? Screw it. It's cool. It's cool, man.
I think it is.
You know, it's like,
and I think you're thinking of the same way though. So let's try to do this. You've been a long time. You're on the Kings.
Yeah.
You're like an iconic player, one of the best players in the organization. And you kind of, a lot of the speculation out there though, is that you kind of run the organization.
Yeah.
But they're going to cater to you. And it's like, are you going to come back? You're a free agent, by the way, too. But here's your son, Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Gets drafted in the second. Like for you,
yeah,
I think that's
the best.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, who was it? Was it Sam who did the whole thing? Like, what if Mason got like the night show?
Yeah.
When he was fresh out of college, right? Like, oh my God, like crosstalk with my son.
Yeah.
How amazing would that be? But it'd also be like there'd be a lot of people going, there's a lot of other people a lot more deserving.
Yeah.
Right. And I think in my head, I'd be like, you're right. But on the outside, I'd be like, I don't care. I'm working with my son. Screw you.
Yeah. And then I go to the son's part of things. So Mason, how's he taking this? How's Bronny taking this? Where obviously you've been in his shadow. I mean, you can't avoid that. There's a little bit of a safety net being with your dad. There's also there's some other issue. Like, I don't know if it's cool for Bronny. I mean, it's cool that he got drafted. He was emotional yesterday, and he should be. That's a special moment. But no, it's never happened in the history of the league.
And you have an opportunity. First off, you're playing for the Lakers.
Right.
Your hometown team. Let's remember, he spent his formative years there.
Right.
You went to school at USC. Oh, who's your mentor? Your dad. Well, okay. You know, listen, I mean this with all due respect, but Devin Carter's dad is Anthony Carter, who played in the NBA, coach for the Kings. Bronny James's dad is LeBron James. Like, number one, are you still Bronny, or is he going to go with like Braun or something adulty? I don't know. Secondly, like, look, I know we joke about it, but February 13th, Lakers at Toronto. Bronny James is in for the fourth quarter because somebody got injured. Lakers down 2. His dad swings him the ball in the corner, wide open shot because LeBron was doubled, and Bronny off the back iron, and they lose. And Bronny slumped in the team bus on the way to the airport, and you know who wanders over and sits next to him? LeBron James, his father, and sits down and puts his arm around him. And the two things probably going to happen here. Number one, Bronny goes, "Dad, stop. I don't want to talk." Or puts his arm around his son and says, "Hey, man, listen, I've been there, and here, and here. Here's what happened. And don't sweat it, dude." And who more to be, you know, you're going to trust your dad.
Yeah, it's so unique. I mean, look, it's a different relationship. And you probably have different relationships with different teammates, but, you know, if you had different things for maybe even discipline or things you're trying to teach Mason along the way.
Yeah.
And then now you're on the bus or you're on the plane or a team thing, and it's like, hey, say thank you, or whatever things like you've kind of done as a dad.
100%. Look in the eyes when you shake the hand.
Right. Okay, and so then now it's like, wait, I'm on the team with you. It's like, Jason's not telling me that.
Right.
He's not my dad. It's like, I'm your teammate now. Like there's some weird dynamics there that, you know, only they will know that they're going through.
I'm on board, man. And you know, I'm going to say something else too. Hopefully not for the Lakers, but I hope Bronny has a 10-year career.
Yeah,
I hope he has a good career. I hope he's successful. I do.
He's got to do some catching up right now, right? I mean, I think he was like, if the Lakers didn't take him yesterday, what was it, 55th? I mean, there's only a few more picks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's a camp invite, but he was a fringe player, and it doesn't mean he can't have a long and great career like you're suggesting. If he can make a 10-year career, he's probably going to get a longer leash. But you know, I know Michael Jordan's kids tried to play, and
they did.
They were good. They weren't NBA players, but it's that's a tough one to follow.
Also, are you buying a Lakers James jersey?
A Bronny one?
Yeah, I guess it'd be B James. Ooh. Is it going to be L James and B James? Yeah, not going to be two James.
Well, isn't his name technically LeBron?
It's LeBron Raymond James Jr., just like his dad. So, which does that make him LBJJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. LBJ. Always makes me laugh.
And then you wonder, like, will they really have meaningful time on the court? Like, LeBron's playing. Like, that's not a mystery. Is Bronny playing?
How about this moment? How about JJ Redick having to sit down his podcast partner and say, hey, we're going to send him to the G League for a few? Like, is there that conversation where it's like, treat him like you would anyone else? And like, yeah, all right, wink, wink. I think this is a Thanasis Antetokounmpo situation. Antetokounmpo situation where he just kind of, they get a write-off or something for his minutes. So it's a charitable contribution. It's like, whatever.
What if the first time is an opportunity, JJ Redick, it's like, Bronny, come on, get your dad. Like, get him out. It's like, no.
Oh, yeah.
They got to play together.
Exactly. I'm looking for, it's going to be a fun thing.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't on the Lakers, and look, imagine hating LeBron James so much that, like, you want his kid to fail.
Yeah.
I understand the nepotism. I understand that the kid's had a silver spoon. I'm not immune to that, of course. Also, probably can't always have been easy to be LeBron James's kid. And probably can't be easy reading all the stuff about how you suck. And
you're not him.
You're not him. And the only reason you're on the team is because you're LeBron James's kid, which, by the way, could all be true. But you're like, I want to be an NBA player and I want to be my own guy. And forever, he's not going to be Bronny James. He's going to be LeBron. Hell, his name is Bronny James. Like, how do you escape the fact that you're never going to be your own person? Yes, the trade-off's great because you're having a great life and you're making a ton of money in bloody blue. But, you want to make your own legacy, your own name for yourself. And that's going to be a struggle this dude's going to have his entire life. It's always going to be Bronny James, his obituary. When his obituary in 80 years or whatever is going to say Bronny James, son of LeBron James, passed away today. Like, that can't be all fun and games.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know. I was just looking up there. I was trying to figure out. I know the Lakers are part of the California Classic.
Yeah.
But I know it's two sites. I can't remember. I think LA's more in San Francisco than they are here.
What?
Meaning, like, Bronny would be here playing.
Oh.
Like his first, California Classic games.
Last question for you, because we got a break. Is he Prince James?
No.
Why? His dad's King. Wouldn't he be Prince James? He doesn't have a nickname. Doesn't that make sense? You got King James and Prince James. It's his son. No? Not buying it?
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Does he earn that?
Well, I mean, Prince William didn't earn it. He got pooted out by his mom, who happened to be married to the king. Rest her soul. I'm just saying, like, it's automatically that's your title. He's the crown prince of James. We'll take a break. When we come,
James.
What to watch? Celebrity birthdays and Friday fun and games. Maybe it'll be about Bronny James or Rick James or whatever. We'll get to that final half hour of the week for us next.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
Get ready to fuel your spirit of adventure with Kia Vacaville Summer Sticker Sales Event. It's time to crank up the excitement. Calling all thrill seekers. Are you ready for an adrenaline-packed journey? Introducing the Kia Telluride, the ultimate companion for your next adventure. Picture this. Blazing trails through uncharted territories, conquering the wild with the power and precision of the Kia Telluride. With Kia Vacaville, you can join the expedition and experience the thrill of off-road exploration like never before. With its rugged design and cutting-edge features, the Kia Telluride is your passport to unforgettable adventures. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Head to Kia Vacaville today and gear up for the adventure of a lifetime during their summer sticker sales event. Your adventure starts now. Kia Vacaville, where every journey is an adventure. Visit Kia Vacaville today. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia Vacaville for more details.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com. Stuck in a downtown meeting marathon? Need a post-work pick-me-up? Head over to Public House Downtown, the corner of 16th and L Streets. That's right, Public House Downtown, your one-stop shop for good times. With 60 beers on tap, come catch the game on 25 HD TVs. Public House Downtown serves up creative American food all day long. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and even weekend brunch. Public House Downtown. Food, beer, sports. Want to see the menu or plan your visit? Check out their website at phdowntown.com. Find your crew and find your fun at Public House Downtown.
Celebrate Sacramento Rivercats baseball during our 25th anniversary season. Pick your favorite weekly promotion, giveaway game, or theme night, and join the fun at Sutter Health Park. Stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with the brightest fireworks in town. For a full promotion schedule and to buy tickets, visit rivercats.com. We'll see you there.
Rolling in on the YouTube chat and all those numbers this week. We do appreciate you. Hit the thumbs up. Do it for MC. He is the thumbs up captain. We appreciate that. Alan Diamond's in the chat. Alan, never dramatic whatsoever. Never, neither here nor on Twitter. I think his thing a couple years ago was he needed more people on the team to punch other teams because they were soft. Alan said, guys, we have 5 G League players on the roster. This city's a joke.
I blame the entirety of the city.
City's a joke.
Yep. Start punching people.
Freaking joke. Start punching people, bro. We got what to watch. A's at Diamondbacks. I'm actually excited for this.
All right, tell me why.
You know, Arizona Athletics. It's not often you see 2 teams playing each other with A's in their name to start.
Yeah.
And
I know you're a big fan of Phoenix.
Huge. Phoenix is awesome, as you know. So you're gonna have the A's down there in the middle of summer, but you know that thing will be closed. You look like somebody from last night. Go ahead.
How come you didn't say this when the A's were playing the Braves?
Oh, for Atlanta?
Yeah.
I hate the Braves. Yeah. I love Diamondbacks are great.
So just those A's.
That's it. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, A's Angels also hate them.
But that's in LA, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying Angels, A's. I'm making my own rules up, dude.
Astros?
Cheaters. Also, it's going to be some great baseball tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just can't wait. I'm going to grab me a beer, popcorn.
Root?
No.
I wish you weren't a liar.
No, Pabst, bro. Pour it into tonight. My Pabst glass that I have in the freezer.
What kind of popcorn?
Buttered.
Okay.
Now he gets the tin cans, but they're just the cheddar and the regular, and he leaves the caramel.
Yeah, I don't mind those. The ones that have the
3 flavors.
The 3 flavors that are
like it's
isn't
off. Plain cheese and then caramel.
Yeah, caramel. That
just is like in a
like one of them Dutch cookie tin big things. Yeah, I love
with
those.
some sort of amazing artwork on the outside.
Yes, yeah, it's like a rocking horse and a and like a gift with a bow on it. Yeah.
And a flying cat.
And it's always like, yeah, right. It's always like blue, red, and white in those orders. Just can't wait. I'm with that. Really? That why?
In blue, red, and white in those orders.
Okay.
They painted them that way in that order.
That's exactly what they did, and then everything else is in gold.
Yeah.
Then they I'm gonna pour I keep my Pabst mugs in the freezer. pour a beer, have some popcorn, and watch Zach Geloff start my streak again.
Got a busy Friday.
Logan Webb
Hey.
and the Giants are hosting the hated LA Dodgers at Pac Bell Safeco or whatever, whatever the hell it is. That's going to happen tonight. So
Let's go.
Logan Webb, an opportunity to really put a stake in the heart of the Dodgers tonight and gain
End 'em.
80 of 162. And we have ourselves some birthdays, and they happen to be celebrities. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Crumble Cookies, bringing family and friends together. Nothing brings family and friends together better than Crumble Cookies.
Nice.
Thank you.
We have 10 birthdays on here, and it's a head-to-head, you versus Chris.
Aha!
See if someone can win 6 out of 10 or 5-5. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's 7-3. Maybe it's a blowout.
Let's go.
All right. Happy birthday today to Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is, I'm going to be within 1. I think he's 54.
55.
We have a correct answer.
We don't have a correct answer, but we have a correct thought. You were within 1.
That's 53.
If it's 55, Chris has the correct answer, but I said we don't have a correct answer. So you were right.
That's
53.
right. 1-0, Carmichael Dave.
53. Dave gets that one.
Sorry to the guy who keeps having to turn up and down his radio for that.
Happy birthday, Mel Brooks.
They're making a Spaceballs.
Are they?
Legit.
They've already made that.
No, a second one.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. No, for real. They're making a Spaceballs 2 Electric Boogaloo or whatever. No, it's happening.
Bigger space, bigger balls.
Right. That's probably what the tagline will be. Mel is, I think, 95.
He is 92.
Carmichael Dave is closer, 98.
Wow.
Whoa. You know what? Mel looks and talks well for 98.
Have you seen Dick
He's
Van
well, Brooks.
Dyke lately?
Dude, I saw probably the same clip. Wasn't he dancing, like doing a
Yes.
little dance? And Dick Van Dyke's like 130. Like, I honestly think he's close. He's got to be close to it. He's 90-something. By the way, can you? Never mind.
There's that old dance that was from what?
What the chimney?
Not that one,
chim,
but just him from his show. That.
Oh yeah. He's 98.
Okay.
He's 98.
He's like walking, having a great time. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and he's all still there. And I feel like we should appreciate Dick Van Dyke right now.
Yes.
Like, let's not wait.
I've got all my marbles.
Let's not wait to celebrate Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Just one of the world's greats.
All right. 2-0 Dave.
2-0 Dave.
Kathy Bates.
Oh, Misery and that stuff.
The Office.
Kathy Bates is 71.
She is 67.
3-0 Carmichael Dave. 76.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Kathy Bates.
Remember when she bashed dude's, who was it? James Caan. His leg.
Con?
That was weird.
Happy birthday, John Cusack. You can say anything.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
John Cusack. Oh, you know what? What's the one? Gross Point Blank was actually a pretty underrated John Cusack movie.
1408. I like that movie.
John Cusack is, big one for him today. He's 62.
No, he's 60.
Christopher Ladd for the win, 58.
Oh, wow.
John Cusack.
My 58. Sorry, getting a partner mentioned him.
Happy birthday, Bradley Beal.
Brad Beal. I should know this. Bradley Beal is 32.
31.
We have a correct answer. Christopher Ladd.
He's coming back.
31. It's
He's
3-2
coming back.
Dave. All right. Happy birthday, John Elway.
John Elway is 61.
He is 63.
Christopher Ladd, 3 straight, 64. So
like
Dave got the first 3. Chris with the next 3.
Oh, my God. It's like
down to the last 4.
one of them boxing matches.
Happy birthday. Back and forth they go.
Back and forth they go.
Former King, Bobby Hurley.
Bobby Hurley is 58.
55.
4 straight for Christopher Laud, 53 for Bobby Hurley.
God, my math was wrong.
Happy birthday to another former king, Terrence Williams. Remember Terrence Williams?
Yeah, totally.
Jeez, sizzle.
Chris, go ahead. You can go first.
Are you sure? I think you're getting a pretty good chance. So Terrence Williams played when?
All right, that's cheating. No table talk. Terrence Williams is, you know what? Screw it. I'll go first. Terrence is 37.
41.
We have a correct answer. Carmichael Dave, 37. 4-4. We're down to the last 2. Someone's got to win both, or we got to tie.
I'm getting sweaty.
Happy birthday, Mark Grace.
Mark Grace is 63.
56.
Carmichael Dave's closer, barely. He's 60.
Aha, sucker. So Chris has to win this to tie?
To tie.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne.
33.
Happy birthday, Jack Harbaugh, father of Jim and John.
Jeez.
It's all that milk. Jack Harbaugh is 90.
He's 86.
We have a tie. Not in that, but Chris got it. 85.
No!
5-5. No tiebreaker.
Kevin De Bruyne, 33. I win.
We'll take
From down 3-0.
Yeah, I blew a 3-0 lead.
You did. But then Chris was up 4-3.
He blew a 4-3 lead. When we come
Then
back.
you blew a 5-4 lead.
Oh, my God. I had such a big lead. A thick lead. Where are you going? With absolutely zero connection whatsoever, coincidentally, let me tell you about my friends at UpsizeMatters.com. Don't blow your lead. My good friend, Dr. Jack Friedlander in Roseville, Dr. Joel Pash in San Francisco. We'll make it happen, Captain. Listen, circumference is often, if not always, stated as the number one attribute. Give you the hand wave. They can help you out. Oh, they can. They can help you out. Listen, here's the thing, guys. This is a same day, in and out, no pun intended, procedure. Okay. You get a free consultation and get the procedure done that same day. How much do you want? I mean, for real. Go to UpsizeMatters.com. That's UpsizeMatters.com. Get your girth on. Friday Fun and Games coming up next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
This is Protection. Yep, Protection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Pre-barbecue. Pre-playground. Pre-everything. Pre-every day. Prevention is the best protection. This summer, make sure you have OFF, the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand. SC Johnson, a family company.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Beyond's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The IRS deadline has come and gone. So do you owe money to the IRS? If so, you need an ally. Whether you owe the IRS $6,000 or $600,000, whether your tax problems are personal or business, the professionals at Allies Tax Relief are ready to step in and negotiate your fresh start with the IRS. Here's a happy customer of Allies Tax Relief.
Before calling Allies Tax Relief, I feared the IRS would take all of my assets. I owed them over $562,000. Thankfully, I was referred to Allies and called them for help. They ultimately saved my life from uncertainty. Allies negotiated my giant tax debt to an unbelievable $1,500. They are professionals and they fight the fight for their clients.
Allies Tax Relief will protect your assets from being seized and your paycheck from being garnished. Call right now for your free consultation. 800-296-0772. That's 800-296-0772. Or visit AlliesTaxRelief.com.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. And right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection. See our exceptional selection of Elk Grove Honda certified pre-owned Hondas with interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
We have finally made it to Friday
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games.
on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's Friday. While noted Panamanian Alan Stiles is getting his headphones. Yeah, way to go. You're one of those people that hey, everyone's proud of their it's awesome. Okay, great. And then
some people.
I didn't even catch this yesterday. USA is playing Panama.
Yeah,
he's wearing
terrible.
He's wearing a Panama jersey.
Yeah,
and then they lost.
You should know better.
Chris and I don't root for Mexico.
Yeah,
right.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, I could understand wearing it on a different day.
Yeah.
But when they're playing the U.S. the week before the 4th of July.
I know,
that's why I wore
crazy.
it. Nobody says anything when, my nona is from Italy and I'm wearing an Italy jersey and I've never been to Italy before.
I'm just saying, but
I don't want to hear it.
The day the U.S. is playing
That's why
Panama.
I wore it.
Viva! Wow.
Some very dirty play.
Hope you're happy.
So,
Viva!
Like 17
The
fouls.
absolute worst game.
Because the U.S. kept Panama out of the World Cup a couple years ago.
Alan Stiles hates America.
And look, I'm wearing it again.
Yeah, you are.
That's
All
right.
kinds of words in them.
That's
I see. I like ceviche.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, you do.
I know some of these words.
I know some of these words.
Yes, you do.
All right. Well, before we get into this giant international war, today's Friday Fun and Games brought to you by nobody. Jason, what's on tap?
Today, I'm trying to tie a bunch of things together, but have been going on, and I did research earlier in the week. So
A lot of writing.
You utilize my research. Yeah, I have a lot of writing. On this.
A lot of
It looks
writing.
like one of the notebooks in 7.
I can crack some serious codes. So here's what we're going to do today. We are going to combine what we all do here. We talk sports and we debate a little bit. We had a debate of sorts last night.
Oh yeah.
But we're not going to go there.
No.
Please.
So when we just had an NBA draft and people legitimately were drafted, put on a hat. So this is the way the draft is going to go. I've got every team in the NBA. We are going to have a debate. The first debate will be between Carmichael Dave and Christopher Laud. Alan and Chris will judge the winner.
Okay.
Then they will have a debate. You guys will judge the winner and so on and so forth.
I
Short
love
debates, 15 seconds on the clock.
I love this.
These teams I have 1 through 30. I don't even know if I'm explaining this well. Dave, you're going to pick a number between 1 and 30.
17.
17. The team you got is Milwaukee. I'm going to give you the 5 best players, according to me, that they have drafted. So again, they may not be on the Bucks now, but they put on the hat.
Yeah.
Chris, Chris Verlaud, give me a number between 1 and 30.
9.
You're going to get the Detroit Pistons.
Ah.
So you guys have to argue for 15 seconds your side, your case.
Right.
I will give you the 5 best players, Dave, first for Milwaukee.
Okay.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Norman Powell, didn't know that he was drafted by them. Malcolm Brogdon, Dante DiVincenzo, and Jordan Nwora. Somehow you got to make a debate out of that 5. Chris, you will follow with, who did I say? Detroit?
Correct.
Chris Middleton, Andre Drummond, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cade Cunningham, and Jaden Ivey. Dave, you got 15 seconds.
Can I go loud? Do we have, is it in order? Or
I'm going to have you go first.
Okay.
So you defend the 5.
Who are the Pistons again? Sorry.
Oh, you're going to go against his?
Well, I'm just saying I'm debating against him, right?
15 seconds?
Yeah, you only have 15 seconds.
All right.
So start the clock. Go.
Okay. Giannis Antetokounmpo is probably the best player in the draft. There's no argument against that. Best player in the league. There's literally no argument against that. Add in Malcolm Brogdon, playoff hero Dante DiVincenzo. I don't even need to talk about Nwora or Powell.
Okay. There's
Simple.
your 15
It's
seconds.
easy.
Wow.
Not
Chris,
screwing around.
defend your Detroit Pistons in 15 seconds. Go.
Giannis sucks because he brought his brother along, and that's why we have Bronny James in the league. Now we got Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey with Detroit, which are so good. They play terribly, but they were able to fire their coach. That's how good they are. They want to keep them instead of keeping Monty Williams.
All right, judges.
Hold on. Counterpoint. You're stupid.
Ooh.
That's a Verlaud.
We'll take that into
All right.
consideration.
Styles and Watkins, who won that debate?
I like Verlaud's debate style, so I
Yeah.
think I'm going to go with that.
Oh,
I mean, Dave
made
better.
a better case.
Yeah,
but
Dave's case.
Yeah,
was
well,
better. Dave had a better case to make.
Wow, style and substance. That's in a debate. That's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Dave and Chris Verlaud, you guys are now the judges of Styles versus Watkins.
Oh,
Alan,
I guess
number
I should've
between 1 and
considered
30.
that in my vote.
1 and 30. Let's go with number 4.
Literally
Number
no ways
4,
in my
you
notes.
get Charlotte. Here's your 5 you have to defend that Charlotte has drafted. Tobias Harris,
Tobias,
Malik Monk, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, PJ Washington, and LaMelo Ball.
Charlotte
That's your
drafted
5.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They did.
God, I forgot.
That's their 5. Chris, 1
Yeah.
through 30.
12.
12. You get Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
Oh, good team here. Paul George,
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard, Miles Turner, Karis LeVert, and Benedict Mathurin. Alan, you have 15 seconds to defend your 5 on Charlotte. Go.
Well, you have some guys with Charlotte, and it's taken them a little bit to get going, but now that they've gotten going, they are starting to take over the league. Malik Monk, saving Sacramento. SGA, one of the best point guards in the league. LaMelo Ball could be a best point guard in the league. Tobias Harris, yes, he got the bag, but he's a little bit underrated now.
Okay. Chris Watkins, 15 seconds.
The Pacers pretty much drafted a starting 5 here. I mean, you have Paul George and Kawhi locking down the 3. You have Miles Turner, probably the most versatile modern-day center you can get, blocks and shoots. Karis LeVert, great volume shooter. Ben Mathurin, he's just going to light it up from 3.
Oh, God.
All right, Dave and Chris Verlaud, weigh in.
I said before, there's
Sounds a good show.
There's no way Alan's getting my vote because screw Panama.
Wow. Very biased,
but
Judge.
hold on.
Because you already know
But
who
hold
you want
on.
to win.
But then Chris went and said Miles Turner is like the most versatile center you could get. And that's just a horrible take.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, I mean,
Who's
come on.
your pick? Another debate is
Oh, I'm
brewing.
sorry. Oh, sorry, Nikola Jokic. I'll call you back. Oh, sorry, DeMontis Sabonis. I'll call you back too. Actually, no.
That
yeah,
guy,
you're right, you're
make
right.
a mid-range.
No, you're okay. Well, after all that, yeah, it's Chris.
It's Chris.
After all
Yeah,
It's
that.
100%
okay.
Chris. Alan, that was terrible.
Jeez.
Okay, so
This is
now
shame.
we have
This is racist.
Dave
Panama.
versus Alan.
Okay.
You said
Dave
it
versus Alan.
because he-
Chris and Chris will be next. Dave, pick a number between
Oh,
1
man.
and 30.
Give me Will Clark, 22.
22, you get Orlando.
Oh,
Your 5 are
more like Borlando.
Aaron Gordon,
Uh-huh.
DeMontis Sabonis, Victor Oladipo, Franz Wagner, and Paolo Banchero.
Oladipo, Wagner.
Banchero.
Yeah, okay.
Alan, 1 to 30.
18.
18. That gets you Minnesota,
Okay.
Zach LaVine,
Mhm.
Karl Anthony Towns, Larry Markkinen, Cam Johnson, and Anthony Edwards. All right. That's a pretty good squad. Dave, defend your Orlando Magic in 15 seconds. Your 5. Go.
Sure. sometimes people get too in the weeds with these debates. Let me make it really simple. That's a starting five that would probably contend for a title with the exception of Oladipo. Gordon, Sabonis, Oladipo, Franz Wagner, and Paolo Banchero. That's the best five we've heard so far today.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Alan, 15 seconds to defend Minnesota.
When you talk about the modern NBA, that's exactly who Minnesota has drafted. Zach LaVine, we know he's a slam dunk champ. He can also shoot that thing. Karl-Anthony Towns, the best big man shooter in the game. Lauri Markkanen, a young player that everybody wants right now. And Ant-Man, the next coming of MJ himself.
Oh, I want to see my team.
Chris and Chris? Who won that debate?
Dave pretty much took my argument of a starting five, so I'm going to say Allen.
I'm going to say Dave because he spent a quarter of a second on Anthony Edwards, and that was to compare him to Michael Jordan.
That is a strong.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I think Chris might have swayed me on that one. That's an excellent point.
Threaded him in order.
That's an excellent point. I think I'm going to actually switch my vote.
I actually think everyone is just mad about the Panama.
We're all mad about the Panama thing.
There's a bias.
You just got done beating the Golden
I'm
State
bowing
allegations. And now you go with Panama.
I don't care about allegations.
All right, Chris
I'm on King's Reddit. I'm on King's
This is really a debate now.
I beat the allegations.
Our last one, Chris versus
I hear
Chris.
whispers. I hear whispers.
Chris Watkins, pick a number between 1 and 30.
30.
30. That's Washington. Bradley Beal, Rui Hachimura, Jordan Clarkson, Denny Avdia, and JaVale McGee. That was the 5. Wow. Good luck. Chris for luck.
Number 5.
Number
Garcia
5.
Parra.
What?
No, Mark Garcia Parra.
Chicago Bulls. You have Jimmy Butler, Yusef Nurkic, Bobby Portis, Kobe White, and Wendell Carter. Not a great matchup. Chris.
It's like the A's tonight.
Chris Watkins, 15 seconds to defend your team. Go.
Yeah. I mean, Bradley Beal just got one of the first off, he was paid more than anybody else in the league, which tells how talented he is. You look at the return. He got a massive return when he was traded to Phoenix. Denny Avdia just got traded for Malcolm Brogdon and a first-round pick. I think people are going to really be excited by Denny in Portland.
Okay.
JaVale, absolutely not.
Jeez. Shade at JaVale.
All right. Let's go to Chris for luck.
I'm not a numbers guy. Go by my gut.
Not a numbers.
I don't even have to worry about the players on my team because Jimmy Butler can take all of these players that we've already said anyways. He is a straight up winner. Screw Chris and his dumb team. That is it.
Okay. Alan, Dave, who was the winner of that?
Honestly,
debate?
that was pretty even, but
yeah, it was.
I'm going to go with screw Chris and his dumb team at the very end.
The hate tactics kind of
I appreciate it. Alan?
Wow.
Chris.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
That
was fun.
That was fun.
That was.
Was it?
You know who won that last one? Chris.
That's right.
Chris.
That's right.
Do you know who won? The listeners.
The listeners.
You know who won?
America.
Panama.
Panama.
Yeah,
Wow, that's great.
Beautiful
Doubling
this time of
down.
year.
Wow, way to hate.
That's right.
Absolutely. Wow, Sam
He's
the
a fan
Eagle
of Ma.
just died. He is a fan. Of
He a fan. Nama.
No.
You know.
Yeah, what did he say? But didn't it?
He said Nano or something.
Nano.
Nano.
Yeah, the
I'm sure
Nano.
that's one too.
Sure.
That was Mork's grandma. What I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, well, we've had the trade broke during our show, so now we're revisiting if we feel any differently. Jason did call it.
Called it.
Yeah, if we
Couple
feel
days
any
early.
differently after a good night's sleep.
The trade broke.
Also, all of the free agent signings, we go over the best undrafted players in the history of the NBA.
The trade did break during your show. I have a quick question. I went back just because I was laughing. I want to see how you guys handled it because it was like, oh, it's a trade. And then it was like lame. What were you furiously signaling about at some point on the YouTube? Like he was breaking the breaking news thing and you started furiously gesticulating.
I think he was like, because Simone had told us that it broke and it was like,
you were saying
you read it? He was asking which one of us was going to
because I didn't
have it.
Did someone screw up?
No.
All right, these guys next.
Kevin Herter plays here.
It's Herter. He's been hot.